inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Harry Bell, I see you. Uptown Stitches, Harry Bell, good evening. I hope you guys are good. Matt's Kid, I see you. I see you TikTok. I see you there.
Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world.
I hope we are good.
Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Please help share this live. Happy Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Easy one.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh,
The Exquisite, I see you. Oh, what's that?
Inside.
Happy Monday. The Rock, I see you. I hope we are good.
Bringing hope and
I hope
make you
our
feel
week is starting off beautifully well. Thank God for life anyways.
the promise, the future, and life.
Yeah. Fredosi, I see you. Good evening. Please help share this live to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. It's a crucial talk on Insight with FunmiRoyal today. Ori's Angel, I think. I see you. Good evening. Happy Monday to you. I hope you are keeping well. And happy October, actually. Have I been? Happy October, everyone. I think yeah, today's day 6, so Thursday, I'm sure we greeted one another, but still new. My month, actually. Yes, in another 9 days. It's going to be my birthday. I'm not coming here live, but just to say, Shanta, I see you. Susan, good evening. I hope you are good. Happy Monday, everybody. Well, it's evening here. It could be morning or afternoon or midnight, even wherever you're joining from. But it's all good. I hope we are keeping well. That is the most important thing. Today on Inside, we talk about individual topics, relating to us that can help us to be better, do good. Some struggle with it. Some people struggle with it. Some people, they're on point, and kudos to them. But you and I know that without discipline, it will be hard to be the best individual ever. So let us talk about this. Do we have what it takes? Are we disciplined in all that we do? Or in certain areas, we're so disciplined, and other areas, I can't be bothered. Are we an all-rounder, or what is it with you? But don't worry, I'm going to be giving my talk today. Let's talk about it. Discipline. We need this as an individual to achieve a lot in life. If we don't have it or you don't have it enough, you might miss certain opportunities or you might rub off on others in a very wrong way. So I'm going to be breaking this down, and it's just to give us more understanding on our focus today so that we can get the essence of this talk. So please help share this talk to your friends, or this live to your friends, your followers. Let them be part of our talk today. Oh, Lakehead, I see you. Good evening. I hope you've had a wonderful start of the week. I thank God. I am tired and hunger personified right now, but I'm not here to advertise, but I just had to quickly run and get something sugary just in case I'm saying double or I start saying double. It's been a long day, but I just had to start. And apologies, this is the first time I think I'm starting a bit late. I was 2 minutes into it, but I'm here. That's what matters. God is my strength, so I need prayers. I need strength. You're laughing. It's not funny. Just because I had to quickly powder my face. This woman. Yeah, but they say the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. That is where exactly I am right now. But please help share this live to your friends. Let them be part of this talk. It's very important. Are we disciplined as individuals? Is it affecting us positively or negatively? Let's look at different aspects of it today. And perhaps, you're self-reflecting, you're going to understand certain things, you're going to see certain things about you probably did not want to admit, because sometimes you're in denial. But all the same, our aim is that, this virtue, because I'll call it a virtue really, we ought to have it to relate with people, for people to relate with us. Because if you're not disciplined, I don't know how long you can keep your job for. If you're not a disciplined person, can people trust you? Can people be around you? Do people want to associate with you? So there's a whole lot of things to look at regarding this topic. Because you may be wondering, discipline, what is this again? For me, what have you brought? Well, it's there on the list. I had to talk about it. And I kind of self-reflected about it as well. I'm like, hey, certain things I need to be disciplined, though. God helping me. Sleep, number one. Hey, God would have to help me. Number one, some people, the only time I will get to respond to them will be 2 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. I say by the time they wake up, at least they will not have responded to their messages. And I'll be responding, and I know I have to get up in another 4 hours or thereabout. I'm like, hey, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. For some of us, even if God extends 24 hours to 32 hours, we'll still be asking for more. God will have to help us. So I know my own no, so don't think I'm here to judge anybody, but let's rub minds together. Let's share this. Let's talk about this so that we can, do better. I want to come here and say, guess what, guys? I started sleeping 6 hours, 7 hours every night. That is my goal. Yeah, let me put it that way. That is my goal. God helping me. So I'm going to go into the talk. Please, as I'm talking, you can either tap, or help share this live to your friends, your followers. Let them be part of this talk today because it's crucial. Like I said, it can affect us. So I'm just going to go into the talk and break it down some more so that we have a better understanding. Discipline means discipline to different people in different ways. Or we're going to talk about it generally. And whether you're black, white, whatever culture you belong, we need discipline. Doesn't mean because I'm black, I do not need discipline, or because this person is white, they don't have to be disciplined. No, it doesn't work like that. As long as you're human, to some degree, we need discipline in our lives to achieving a lot, to doing a lot, and, all of that. But I'll go into my talk today. I call this subtitle, The Pathway to Growth and Fulfillment. Is a pathway. Discipline is a pathway to growth and fulfillment. And as we know, discipline is one of the most vital yet often misunderstood principles of life. Yes, and I'm still going to break it down some more. Some people view discipline as restriction or punishment, but in truth, is it? Discipline, I feel, is direction. Like I said, I'm going to break it down. It's the structure that guides you towards purpose, success, and godliness. I'm going to go there. Because if you're not disciplined, You will not do anything on time, or you'll not even do anything. Everybody just lazy about, do nothing, and yet you want to be called an achiever. How is that meant to work? So let us break this down some more. From an individual perspective, discipline is the most commitment to do, is the commitment to do what is right. I want to do what is right as much as God helping me to. Of course, we wrong people here and there, mistakes here and there, whatever. But it's a commitment to do what is right, even when it is not easy or convenient. Faith, love, I see you. Teacher Coach Evie, I see you. Good evening. Please help share this live to your friends. We're talking about discipline here today, and you and I know that we need this to make this world a better place. Every individual needs to be a partaker of this virtue, so to say. So, it is choosing consistency over comfort. Like I said, if you ask me, sometimes you don't feel like doing anything, but you know that you're a disciplined person. You have to get up, get on with it, and do your best. You have to be consistent, in order to fulfill purpose rather than pleasure. You pleasure. I wonder who's funding that pleasure, so to say. But we need to be mindful. My Bible says, thank you, in Proverbs 25:28, he who has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. Nobody, anything will go in there, anything can happen in there. No, there has to be discipline. We must have rule over our own spirit, our own body, our own life. Otherwise, what is us, or what are we, or who are we? So this verse kind of paints a vivid picture. Without discipline, a person is vulnerable, without defense, without direction or control. Nobody wants to live life like that. And we know that some people that did, or that are living life in such a way, where they're going to end up, or what's going to become of them if care is not taken. So let's break it down some more. Lionel, I see you. Tobia, I see you. I will not invite anyone now, but don't worry. If you can stay with me, hear this talk, and then I'll bring us up to talk some more about it. Let's reflect together. Let us reason together. Do you think, discipline, we do not need it? Discipline, nobody needs it. Life is good and all of that. Or do you think it cannot affect us? Our purpose, our goals, our visions, and things like that. So what is discipline? Still Mama, I see you. Still Mama 24, you are welcome. Please help tap and share to your friends. Let them be part of our talk today. So, greetings to you as well. I hope you are good, and happy Monday to you. So what is discipline? Discipline is a practice of training oneself to obey principles. Like I said, training oneself is a choice. You can either be a principled person or not. Follow through with commitments and maintain self-control in thoughts, in your words, in your actions. In essence, what am I saying? Discipline means doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Oh my goodness. Boy, think about it for a second. How many times, this thing, I don't feel like doing it, but you just have to do it. Guess what? I'm talking to you right now. Discipline. Guys, I've been back from work, on my feet, cooking, doing that, and I'm looking at the time, rushing, and I'm like, can I still manage to have, to be honest with you, I only had latte and biscuit all morning. And I'm like, I'm tired. People understand. Let me just go and put there a cancelled for tonight. But I said, God, you're talking about discipline. I need to show example myself. So I'm here. And I'm going to drink a product that I'm not here to advertise. If I feel, I start saying double. So you guys, I know you like me so much. You want me to be back here another time. So I'm just saying, discipline. I don't feel like I'm like, I just need today, but I just had to be here. It's not all the time I feel this way, but, sometimes you just know that this thing, even though you don't feel like doing it, you just must do it. And that's why I'm here. So please keep praying for strength for me. I don't know why I'm smiling, but I need grace right now. So saying no to distractions that derail your focus. You have to say no, because it's not all the time. If you're a yes, 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 yes person, and then where does that leave you? You have to be mindful what is distracting you. You have to be mindful what you're focusing on. Are you disciplined enough? Is this something that will derail you? Is this something that will bring you to a next higher level? These are things you need to decide if you're a disciplined person. Otherwise, anything goes. Thank you, Leslie. Good evening. Again, being disciplined is staying consistent with your values, your habits, and your goals. But don't get me wrong, we have to be flexible, because certain values over time, you find out that you might have to change them or upgrade them, whichever way. So we can't afford to be rigid as such. But we're still consistent. We're updating, upgrading, just like iPhone. I'm not here to advertise them, iPhone 16, iPhone 17. Sometimes you might not even see much changes in it. Maybe it's just the size or two cameras or whatever cameras. You just see one or two here and there. It's the value of Vodafone. They are disciplined enough to still keep that, but they keep upgrading it and higher standard. Some will come and tell you, the best one is still 17. Some will tell you the best one is 11. Some will tell you whatever, but they're upgrading their products. They're disciplined enough to keep that going, just like we should as well. So if you read Hebrews 12:11, it says, now no chastening seems to be joyful for the present, I'm telling you, but painful. Nevertheless, afterwards it yields the peaceful or peaceable fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. It just simply means that, look, for the fact that you don't feel like doing something, but you just have to do it anyway, and you have that discipline, by the time you do it, you will feel good. I don't know who this life is going to really touch tonight, but I want to believe as many people that will pass through this live stream, they will catch something. And go think about it. I always say, reflect about things. Are you okay where you are at? Or did you pick something and like, boy, I need to change. My attitude, I don't have discipline. Some people, it's time. They don't know anything called being disciplined with time. If you tell them 2 o'clock, if they don't get there 5 o'clock, they are not themselves, so to say. So some people are not disciplined when it comes to time. But let me not jump my note. But just know that, in the end, you will feel good for it. You might not like it, you might not feel like it, but you just did it and you find out that lives have been affected. Discipline is hard work. Oh, tell me about it, Leslie. Tell me about it. So why is discipline important for individuals? Thank you so much for the gift. Let's keep tapping. I'm not sure if I've seen 8:13, but I know we're there. We will tap anyways. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So why is discipline important for the individual? It is very, very important because it builds character. It builds character. Discipline shapes who you are, not just what you do. It shapes you. And it helps people to relate. It helps people to relate with you. If I see that you're not really a disciplined person, I'll find it hard to work with you. I'll find it hard to do certain things with you because I can't rely on you. And sometimes you might have a friend that is like that. They you just love them for loving them sake, but they are not reliable because they don't have any iota of discipline. When you say show up at 10 in the morning, wallahi, I don't know why. 1 o'clock, that's when they show, and they will always have a story to tell. You know that this person is not disciplined with time. So you better not go and put something, something so important into their hands, because they will fall your hand, so to say. So let's be mindful. Discipline helps to build character. It shapes who you are and not just what you do. Discipline fosters success as well, because every great achievement is built on consistent effort. It's built on discipline. Ask all these people who are making it, big time and all of that. Ask them. They will tell you their stories. Maybe once upon a time they were, what's the word now? They're so lackadaisical about things and they decide to, you know what, my life cannot carry on. They will always have a story to tell. And if you listen carefully, underneath you see that this person really had to be disciplined in order to get to this level of success. So discipline kind of fosters success. If you want to be a great achiever, be disciplined. Okay, you guys are chatting. Good to see you. Admissions, I hope you're good. It's been a while. Recalcitrant, is that what you said? Admissions, or is it your chat? Surely I see you. I hope you're good. Again, discipline is very important for individuals because it helps them develop self-control. Kenneth, I see you. You gain mastery over your impulses, over your emotions, and time. Just like I've mentioned, sometimes I remembered years ago, it's anger. And because I was carrying this anger, any little thing somebody does, oh my God, it flips me like that to the other side. And it got to a time I'm like, I don't want to live life like this. I had to go to God to pray, Father, help me deal with this anger. Hey, it will chase people away from me. I don't want people to see me and just see anger like that. No, it was a battle that I had to fight for about 3 years, So I had to get to a place of discipline. I'll tell myself, it's not worth it. Do not even lose it. Hey, and then when, I don't know where I saw the anger lies in the bosom of fool in the Bible. I say, So I've just been a fool all along, carrying this anger, this and that. That really broke it for me. So anytime that thing comes, like I just remember that, fool me, you're not a fool. Behave yourself. And over time, honestly, guys, it took a while, but over time, I found out that I had this self-control. I had discipline over anger. So you gain mastery over your impulses, your emotions, and time. Don't even get me started. If you want to mess me up, do not keep to that time, or let's not keep to that time. I know life happens and things happen, but our African people, I'm sorry to use this example, it's just what came to mind. They would want to have a party. On the invites, they will put 4 p.m. In fact, some would dare to say 4 p.m. prompt. But you and I know that party is not starting until 7 o'clock. And I'll be like, seriously, why would they put 4 p.m. on there? And they know they will not be starting till 7. And some of us, if it's me and my husband that I have to go, I'll be like, hey, we have to get there. They say 4 o'clock. I say, just calm down. It's African party. Do you not know this? I said, look, I'd rather get there early. I don't like to be late. And he will laugh sometimes. And me, I'm like, I will just be agitated. I hate being late. Anything lateness, oh my God, no. It does my head in. And truly, we will get there. I will have to sit down and be sitting down. And at the end, I start drinking water, unnecessarily drinking water. I'll be like, what kind of a thing is this? They said 4 o'clock. Why would they not start now? This. Like, you think I would have learned from previous. I'm still like that till tomorrow. God will have to deliver me. So now when my husband says, we don't have to get there until this time, I'll say, okay, I learned to hold my peace. But in my mind, I'm like, hey, we should be going. We should be there. We should be on our way. It will still take us this to get there. And truly, we'll get there like 2-3 hours late. And they're just like, let's rise up, opening prayer. I say, Lord, help me. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. At least you guys get the gist. African time versus British time. Yeah, I prefer my Jesus's time. I remembered when I did my 40th. That was the party I would ever say I've done in my life. 40th. I can't remember the time we put. And people are like, me, they know you. I said, yeah, because they know me, they will get here on time. I'm not doing African time. Thank you. I said, I'm not doing African time. They say, but you have to be lenient. You have to be this. People are coming from far, wide, I said, hey, because they know me, that's the more reason I should start on the time I put on the IV. And truly, a lot of people said, I said, okay, so that it's not like I'm not flexible. I said, okay, we'll give them 15 minutes. It was funny. I think it was 4 o'clock on the invitation. By 1:15, I called my family. Oh yeah, we're dancing inside. Even if that hall is empty, I am starting. Because I don't understand people. Maybe my own is too much, but I'm just like, if I wanted us to start at 7, I would put 7 o'clock on the invite. But why would I put 4 o'clock and it's 7 o'clock you'll be coming? In fact, we were there till 10-ish. And I remember it's been years now, some people were coming in like an hour to rounding up. And I'm like, did somebody give them the wrong time or whatever? because I'm not going to stay any longer than the time we said we were going to stay. So things like that, you have to be disciplined. Otherwise, I mean, I'm glad that people say, it's for me, da, da, da. Yeah, let them know, because it goes a long way. It goes a long way. And then the next point, why discipline is important, it strengthens faith. Spiritual discipline is very important, like prayer, fasting, obedience to God. It draws you closer to God. If you're not disciplined in little, how can He commit much into your hands? I know that sometimes, let me not talk so that it's not like I'm boosting my ego here. There's certain thing that I'll feel, hey, I need to do more, I need to do more. And yet people are saying, well done, well done. I'm like, you people are not encouraging me to be more disciplined, because that's how my own brain works. So that's why you need to know these things and do them for yourself. Otherwise, you just find out that you're dragging your feet, you're procrastinating, because, whatever it is, life goes on. But we need to be mindful. If you're not the type that prays, you don't like fasting, this thing takes discipline. Of course, you want to eat. You feel like eating. And the day you now say, okay, next week you're going to fast. That next week will come and you find out that you woke up with this hunger. Your tummy rumbling. Because you've said to yourself you're going to fast. It will take discipline to say, you know what? Rumble all you like. Today I am fasting. I am praying. I am doing this. It takes a lot of effort, I know, but it is achievable. So, last one I'm going to mention why discipline is important is because it earns respect. A disciplined person inspires trust and reliability. I want to be trusted. I want to be seen as someone that is reliable. How can I show this? If all they see is that this person does not have any iota of discipline in them, you will postpone the fasting. Mila, you make postpone the fasting. Like another day will not come. Like your tummy will still not rumble. Please, you have to be disciplined to doing that. And that's what we're talking about it today. Some things, anyway, it may be whatever you wanted to fast for is not that crucial or important. You can shift it to another day. I mean, casual, like, Lord, please, I'll pray about it next month. Is that okay, Lord? And then you carry on with your suffering or whatever it is you want to pray about or fast about. I mean, it is what it is, because you have to speak. You need to ask. You need to, some things, even Jesus says some things will not go away except with prayer and fasting. So they play, as my people will say, they play. May we not see trouble that will make us do dry fast uncontrollably. That's now, I'll leave it there. You have to be disciplined. It earns respect. People see you because you inspire them to trust. They can trust you. They can see that you're reliable. You're a disciplined person. People want to associate with you. And that's just, how it goes. I'm going to mention briefly types of discipline, just so we are every day shifting. Keep shifting. Tomorrow never comes. Mila for Christ, you know that. Tomorrow never comes. Just so you know. You wake up today, tomorrow is tomorrow. So, types of discipline we can look at: personal discipline, managing your habits, your time, your emotion. Like I said, you're the one that you not allow anger to take hold of you, but you will take hold of the anger because you're a disciplined person. You don't want to be seen in a light that is not who you really want to portray to people. So you will be mindful. Another type of discipline is spiritual discipline. Committing to prayer, like I said, studying the word of God, and obedience. These days even technology makes it hard. Sometimes you say, okay, how many of us still have hard copy Bible? I'm not talking of Bible on the phone or on the iPad or whatever. Hard copy, like paper, hard copy Bible that you still take to church. When they say open Matthew, you're not the one looking, you're Googling which book comes before Matthew or after Matthew so you can quickly get it. You do have, okay. That's good to know. I know I have some, because I saw the brown ones, but it's still very neat, but it's on the phone. I've highlighted green, blue, yellow, all sorts on my phone, because I use this Bible app and I've been using that for years and years and years. I know, I used to be crazy about the hard copy Bible. I'm like, the world is using the one on their phone. I will never, but I'm confessing my sin now, but right now, that's all I use, so to say. It's been a long time I carry like hard copy to use. I mean, talking about discipline, it is well, God will help us. But spiritual discipline, committing to prayer, you have to pray. Even if others are praying for you, it will not be like you praying for yourself. You also use the phone one. Okay, so it's a combination of the two for yourself. Me, many, but not to church for PR. Okay, you come and tell us, woman of purpose. I hope you're good. Good evening. Nla, I see you. Thanks for joining. Another type of discipline is financial. Hey, financial discipline. I won't make too much comment. I want us to come and comment about that. Financial discipline, budgeting wisely and avoiding waste or greed. Sometimes you just want to buy. You're a compulsive buyer or spender or something, waster. Some things you do not even need. I'm not saying don't buy. As you're buying, are you giving out? Especially, let me not be gender biased, clothing items and things like that. Sometimes it's hard to let go. The day you say, you know what, I'm going to pack some set of clothes and put them away because I need to replenish my wardrobe or whatever. You know, see, this one, hey, my favorite. You remember August 24, 2029. Oh, this, and then you not put it, you keep it there. Be mindful. And then you see, go and buy and waste and buy exactly the same type, a little shade different. I'm like, seriously? Seriously, must you spend that money? Anyways, you get what I mean. So financially, are we disciplined, or we just must spend that money? There's nothing called savings. There's nothing called investment. We just must spend the money. It's coming in, spend it. So some people, they don't have any discipline when it comes to finances, and it's really affecting them. So that's why we're talking about this today. Let's check ourselves, every aspect of our lives, really. Another type of discipline is emotional discipline. Responding with wisdom rather than reacting impulsively. Because sometimes our reflex or our reaction to certain things is fire for fire, But you have to discipline yourself, or a person of discipline, to know that this person is bringing fire. No, I'm just going to bring water to calm the fire. And then you find out that there's peace and you're able to, sort whatever it is. But imagine they're bringing fire. You two, you're bringing brimstone. They're bringing volcanic eruption. You two, you're bringing... There's no discipline in terms of emotion. That's just what that means. Any reaction you just give for anything at all without even thinking or realizing that this action or reaction is too much for whatever's happening. Some people are like that, and the moment they know you for bridle your tongue or bridle your tongue, whatever English, I know, but not everybody can, and this is where this discipline comes. I was sharing here a testimony of someone who said, oh, please help me beg this person, help me beg that person. Now that I know my wrong, this my mouth has, my mouth. I'm like, what is, that's their testimony. God has broken something on the inside of them, and now they're looking for all the people they have talked to anyhow to go and be apologizing, begging some other mentors to come and beg this person. I've offended this person, I've abused them, I've said this and that. So, discipline. Let us mind how we control our emotions, how we discipline ourselves to react. Not everything we need to react to, you know that. But God will help us one day at a time. And the last one I'm going to mention, type of discipline, is the physical discipline. Caring for your health through rest. Hey, dare I talk? Diet and exercise, and so many other bits. Eating healthy, resting well. Me, I just confess my own sin is sleep. I'm praying to God to help me with, at least, even if it's that 6 hours a day. Lord, I'll be grateful. God helping me. So some people, they're not looking after their health. They're not eating well. Anything goes. I remember I had a friend some years back in some place I worked. This person, in fact, it took me a while. It just dawned on me that this person, I've never seen them drink water. It's always Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. As they're finishing one, they're opening. And I'm like, is this okay? Like this person. And then after some time, it took some years, I just wondered that, oh, this person was on holiday, they're not back. And the next thing I heard, they had a mini stroke. And in fact, the first thing, I don't know what the diagnosis was or what was the cause. But me, I self-diagnosed her, so to say, like, it must be that it's too much. Back to back, back to back. That thing can affect your heart. It can affect you. I'm like, mini stroke? They better count themselves lucky. And after months and months of recovering and all of that, they came back to work. And, you could tell that they had to stop that because, in fact, I don't want to go into too much details, but what are we feeding our body? What are we eating? Even if you're not the type that will go to gym and all of that, sometimes a 30 minutes walk, 10 minutes walk, some of us, the work we do, sometimes you have to sit down when you get home and massage your leg. You've been doing that exercise without realizing it's part of it as well. But as long as you're doing something, we don't like exercise. I just want to drink tea and slim. It would take discipline not to drink 4 cups of tea. Drink 1 in the morning and 1 in the night or whatever if you must. But some people is like, oh, my coffee is finished. Bam, another one. Oh, my coffee is finished. Another one, back to back, back to back. And then at night they can't sleep. They're so hyper, like some of us, they're not go near coffee. But it takes discipline to know that 1 coffee is just about enough right dose for your day. Not 4 cups, not 10 cups, or no control at all. Some people can't even count how many cups they take. And then this thing is affecting them. They're so hyper, they lay down to sleep. Their head is still working, like, from all the caffeine and all of that. It takes discipline because I know. They say the thing you like is the thing that is killing you. You just have to stop because you're not ready to die anyways. So let's be mindful. Let's discipline ourselves. Some of us, you might have to check maybe our sugar intake. Some of us, salt intake. You might have to check, even your water intake. Is it enough? Like that and things like that. Yes, we go there. God helping us because we have to enjoy this individual life. Honestly, we need to. And there's certain things, like I said, we need to look at, talk about it, get knowledge, change things, redo things, reevaluate things, upgrade certain things, just so that we can be okay. Let's look at the cost of lack of discipline. The cost of lack of discipline. Missed opportunities and wasted potential. Because you're not a disciplined person, somebody gave you 3 months trial at work and you'll be late with all sort of excuses. You're not disciplined with time. And then like the sector you're working is very sensitive. We can't afford this kind of slacking. You will cost the company millions or thousands of dollars or pounds. And then because you're not disciplined enough, you're going to miss that opportunity. Wasted potential. You have what it takes to do the job, but you're not just disciplined with time. You're not disciplined with time. Your deadlines you don't meet and things like that. It would bring issues when you lack discipline. Another one is damaged relationships due to lack of self-control. You don't have discipline. You're meant to meet a friend somewhere for a crucial meeting or a business meeting or an introduction, and they're waiting. Even the person they want to introduce you to is sat already. Your friend is sitting already, and now they're waiting for you. And your friend is thinking, what kind of a friend is this? I thought we talked about this discipline thing. They don't even regard time. Oh, they don't regard da. And then the person you want to introduce to them say, look, I have another meeting. I have to go. I can't wait anymore. And then they get up to leave in. And then you're rushing down and almost hitting them at the door, going and coming. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, this, there's always something. There's always an excuse. And they're like, look, I have another meeting. Because this person is disciplined. They have another meeting and they need to get there. We might have to rearrange this meet, or, God help you don't miss that opportunity. And then your friend, oh my God, they've gone to sing your song. My friend can do this. My friend is that. You will damage that relationship because you lack discipline. Next time you say, introduce me to this person, please, they will not answer you because you've messed up one too many times because of this lack of self-control. You don't have discipline. Again, another cause of lack of discipline is poor health, which is more or less what I've said in a way. Poor health, financial instability, and spiritual dryness. Poor health, you're not disciplined enough to even take care of yourself. I remembered, God knows for how many years, my doctor said, "Fumi, you need to lose." They wanted me to lose about 14, 15 kg. And I said, I tried for almost 13 years. I could only lose 2 kg. Hey, I was so frustrated. I'm like, God, is this thing so impossible? Sometimes I'll go only cereal for 2 weeks just to lose the weight. Nothing changes. I might reduce, physically, but that weight was just still there. And I'm like, what am I going to? I was so frustrated. I remember one of the last appointment with the doctors, I got on the scale. They're like, only 2. All this while, even me, I felt embarrassed, like, hey, what am I going to do? Out of frustration, I've shared this here before, but I know some new people are just joining. Out of frustration, I was just like lying down, like, Holy Spirit, you will have to help me. You know how God created my body. You know what I can do to lose this thing. Tell me now, please help me, because it's becoming, I was that frustrated. I was just praying, lamenting. And I heard the Holy Spirit speaks. He said, technically you're doing it, but you need to be aware, consciously. I'm like, Holy Spirit, what am I doing? First off, I'm not a breakfast person, and I'm not saying don't eat breakfast, so you know your body. Say, but 1 meal a day. Of course, I hear intermittent fasting or whatever it is. I never paid attention to it. It was my own. And this was what the Holy Spirit was telling me about my body setup, my body makeup, so to say. It's if you can eat from between 4 and 7, because of course maybe one medication or another or whatever. Is that it? I can do that. I don't like breakfast in the first place. I go to work, by the time I come back, before I eat anything as such, And then I'm like, is that it, Holy Spirit? Is that it? Said if you can try that for the next 6 months, maybe, just maybe. And I actually sat down, guys, and I thought about it. I can actually do this. It will take discipline. So what happens if I eat between that 4 to 7 and I feel hungry again, or I feel hungry before that time? What will I have to do? Say, go take soup, take an apple, take do not just eat anything, take something, cereal if you must, soup and things like that. Say, okay, I think I can do this. And then I'm like, okay, I needed to start because I was so desperate. I'm like, anything, the moment I heard, I'm starting straight away. And then I started. And the first 3 days, oh my goodness, my tummy rumbled. I'm like, hey, is this thing wise? Hey, is it okay? And then I'll be hearing intermittent. I was just hearing, I wasn't listening. Because someone says 16, 6, 4, 4. What's my own? I don't know. Anyways, I started middle of March last year. I think it was last year. Yes, it was last year, middle of March. And by end of April, that's like 1.5 months, I actually weighed myself and I lost 3 kg. I said, oh my God, something I could not lose for 13 good years. Only 2 kg I was able to lose in 13 years. Imagine. Under 6 weeks, I've lost 3 kg. That gave me the motivation, like, come what may, discipline. You must discipline yourself to doing this. And I went on. That was March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So by September, because I told my doctor, I'm giving myself this target, 6 months, like I heard I was going to do that. And guess what? Even sometimes I get scared to weigh myself. I go on that weight, and oh my God, this thing is working like magic. What am I trying to say? Discipline. Was it easy? Of course not. Sometimes I'm like, it's the weekend, let me just indulge. Something will say, remember your goal, your goal. And guys, by 6 months, September, I lost 10 kg. I remembered when I went for that appointment, there were 2 doctors in the room. I mean, one was standing or shadowing the other one or whatever. Please, let's push the... Oh, thank you, Oluto, for that. Good evening to you. Ma Mary, I see you. And then both of them are like, okay, are you ready for this? I'm like, there's no point to say anything because I was so confident that I'm not there yet, but I've 10 kg. That's a lot. And then I climbed on that weight in the doctor's office. You will not believe both of them echoed at the same time. Tell us, what did you do? As if I told you, I don't think you'll be able to do it. They're like, tell us, because they're so like excited. When we see people with such progress, we want to know what they've done. Maybe we too can try. I said, doctor, I only eat 1 meal a day. And if I feel peckish or whatever, I drink soup or cereal if at all, or an apple or pear or something, or carrots, The doctor said, good luck. Me, I don't joke with my food. And they laughed and they laughed. But for me, I'm like, my discipline paid off. 10 kg in 6 months. And I could only lose 2 kg in 13 years. Guys, my goodness, I felt encouraged. And after that, I just like, okay, so I can go back to normal. Even though I was still meant to lose 4 more or 4 to 5 more kg. I'm like, no, I deserve this. Let me pamper myself, By 2 months after I went on that scale, I've added 2 kg. I said, no, yeah, you better make this your way of life. And January this year, I started again. In fact, what really boosted my discipline, so to say, my church, we had a fast for, was it a month or so? So when we finished the fast, I'm like, let me go into that mindset and carry on 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day. If I feel peckish, whatever, I drink soup, cereal, or whatever it is. And I'm still here. And every time, once in a while, I climb on that thing. I'm like, okay, I need to probably go back to the Holy Spirit, how to lose the rest 4 kg, because I was just stuck on that. But thank God I've not added. I'm just on there, which my doctor is still very much happy with. I don't know why I've had to share this. And this is in terms of health. I'm talking about lack of discipline, what it will cost you if you're not disciplined about your health. People will see me and say, you, this woman, take it easy, this and that. I said, go and meet my doctor. They said I have to do this and all of that. And I feel good within as well. I feel good. There's some clothing items I say, this cloth, I will not throw out. I'm going to wear this thing. In fact, there was this black jeans the other day. I'm like, this jeans, I found it. And I wore the thing. Come and see the space. Like, you can put a child in there and they will sit comfortably. I'm like, this thing is real. I've actually lost some weight. And it's due to discipline. It's not easy, people, but is your mind ready to do that? Because otherwise you will not see the result you're expecting. So it could be poor health. Oh, thank you so much, Leslie. Leslie, thank you. Financial instability. Some people, they cannot save for the life of me. They really want to, but they just don't know how. They're not disciplined to. Because either they're helping somebody, they're buying something, they're doing something, and they're back to square one. And even that has not helped them to realize that they need to caution themselves. So if there's no discipline in terms of finances, you tend to get into trouble, into debt. I said one time here, I entered the store, somebody on the queue with me wanted to pay, and they opened their purse, this credit card, this many credit card. I'm like, what on earth? This person will not sleep. If it's me, I will not sleep. What on earth? So many credit cards, really? These things are not free. And they're not cheap either, because you'll be paying interest and all of that. And I'm like, God, no, I'll have sleepless night, And again, it could be lack of discipline in terms of your spirituality. You can't remember the last time you fasted or you even prayed, and yet, you want God to do that and all of that. You're not even communicating with God. You're not, you're just there like that. So if you lack that discipline to put yourself under, pray, fast, and all of these things, you know what will happen. And again, a life driven by impulse rather than intention, that is the trouble. Everything you must do, because no discipline to even say, no, stop. This thing is not good for you. Or this thing, you really do not need to do it. Some people, you want to do something, but you really do not need to do that thing. You have to weigh your want, your need. Is that thing a necessity? Is that thing luxury? Just for luxury, can you afford it? Is it okay? Are you disciplined to say, no, I'll hold on maybe another time. Babatunde, I see you. So, impulse rather than intention. Intention is this thing, I need to do it for this reason, for this purpose. Impulse, let's just do, let's do. You just do, and at the end you start regretting it. So let's be mindful that the word discipline is our watchword. Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of diligent shall be made rich. If you're disciplined enough in terms of finances, you might just be able to put that money together to get your mortgage. You might just be able to put money together to buy a car one-off instead of all this monthly whatever it is you want to do. You need discipline in order to achieve in certain things. Otherwise, it will just seem like impossible. And here I'm going to give us some biblical example in a nutshell, really, so that we know, as I always say, God has created us. God created us. And even our forefathers in the Lord, they've gone through certain things themselves. Some of them had to find discipline in order to walk with God or to work with God. Joseph, an example, he chose moral discipline over temptation. You can read Genesis 39 from 7 to 12. He decided not to, have his way with the Potiphar's wife, because if it would have been, God knows, it would have been killed. I'll probably not hear about Joseph anymore. So he was disciplined enough to flee. In fact, he didn't run. He didn't walk away. He fled away, leaving his top like, this woman wants to put me into trouble over temptation. So we have to put our body under. We need to be disciplined over certain things. Otherwise, it will get us into trouble. Daniel, another example, he practiced spiritual discipline in terms of prayer despite the opposition he faced. Paul is another example. He lived a disciplined life for the sake of the gospel. He had to put himself under, the things I want to do is not what I'm doing. The things I don't want to do is what I find myself doing. So I'll read 1 Corinthians 9:27. It said, but I discipline my body and bring it into subjection. Imagine, you have to bring your body into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. May that not be our story. It's very crucial we're disciplined. Otherwise, like I said, it will affect us in ways we might not even see fully. And this kind of, it has a ripple effect on other people's lives, in our lives, family members, loved ones, and all of that, just because we're not disciplined. God helping all of us, really. So each of these individuals I've mentioned, they understood that purpose. Without discipline leads to failure. But discipline keeps destiny intact. I mean, your whole destiny, imagine. Discipline. Are you disciplined enough to know when to say no, to know when to say yes? Are you disciplined enough to know that this thing I'm about to do is not going to yield anything good? Are you disciplined enough to stopping yourself from going into whatever it is? It's very hard, but like I said, it can be achieved. Sometimes you may have to pray to God to help you be disciplined, because it could be a struggle and it could be a stronghold, and you just find out that a lot of things are going wrong because you're not disciplined in whatever area of life it is. Okay, next I'm going to talk about how to develop personal discipline. Like I say, this one is general talk as such. Pick anyone that resonates with you, because you have to do something. Like I always say, as you're listening, kind of self-reflect. Even me, I'm self-reflecting and I'm smiling in my talk because certain things, is becoming obvious to me as well. Caroline, I see you. So it's very important we develop personal discipline. Reason is, or how to rather is, set clear goals. Know what you are striving for. Why do you need to be disciplined? You want to get a degree, and you're the type you love to party. Your mates or colleagues are doing their assessment. You are at that gig. Doom. Hey. And then Monday morning, God helping you by 10 a.m., you have not turned it in. You know what's going to happen. You're setting yourself up for failure. So know what you're striving for. If you need more discipline in whatever it is, just to achieving more, do that. Encourage yourself, encourage other people as well. So you need to set clear goals. How to develop personal discipline. Start small, but stay consistent, because that's the thing with discipline. You have to be consistent, because other times you don't feel like, oh, why should I not, you fight yourself sometimes. But small habits practiced daily lead to lasting change. And as you do that, as you discipline yourself, as you bring yourself under, you find out that it becomes easier. Again, let me just do this TikTok. Don't know what that is. Always testing somebody. The Blessed Z, I see you. Good evening. Small habits practiced daily lead to lasting change. Like I said to you, this year, because, we've been fasting, and I know I had to do the fasting. And when I finished, or before we finished, I said to myself, go back to your 1 meal a day. Go back to it. And that's what kind of sustained me. Sometimes you may think, hey, would I not pass out? Would I not faint? And the way my body just acclimatized to that routine, honestly, even me, I'm still baffled. And it works. What works for you? You may have to stay disciplined in that to still keep seeing that change you desire. Again, another way to develop personal discipline is avoid distractions. Let me tell you, I've been having to avoid my kitchen at certain times. I remember sometimes when I come to the living room, I sit down with my hobby, maybe watching TV and all, I'll just start feeling hungry. I say, really? Sitting in this place is temptation. Or he will laugh and laugh. I say, why am I feeling hungry? No, that's me done for the day. And we'll laugh. I say, hey, and then this thing will be like torture. Go and eat something. Maybe the kitchen is just down there. Just go. You can imagine. Sometimes I say, you know what, I'm going upstairs. At least before I think to come back down to come and be cooking or doing something, I'll be too lazy to even do that. So it's not easy. But I needed to avoid a distraction. Other than me doing my life in the living room now, because this is where I'm sitting now. The moment I finish, like I said, I've not had meal today. God helping me. That's why I have my drink here for emergency, just in case. I'll have to eat something, even though it's past that time, but I have to eat something. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, once in a while, you have, situations, lives, issues, or whatever that may shift that thing. But you need to remember the focus. The moment you have the opportunity, go back to your routine so that you keep that discipline up. You keep seeing that result you so desire. So whatever is going to distract you, guard your time, your focus, and your environment. It's very important. You can't keep putting yourself in the situation. Imagine I'm now going to set up my office in the dining stroke kitchen. Hey, all of the pots and pans will be like, we're here, make something with us, we're here. And you'll be like, oh, it's just this one time. Before you know, the second day you're doing the same thing. Third day, in fact, you've lost all control whatsoever. Be mindful. The environment you put yourself, that it's helping you to still keep your being disciplined as a person. So it's very important to avoid distractions. Check in all areas of life what you need to avoid so that you can keep that discipline virtue on. Again, be accountable. Share your goals with someone who can encourage or correct you. It's very important, the people you surround yourself with, or the person you have chosen to be your encourager, so to say. Because if they're the one that will say, just indulge, it's just this one time, you won't die, you'll be okay. And then the next time again, they indulge, it's just one time. And then you find out that your what is it called now? Your discipline ability is just being eroded with, just indulge. And then you find it hard to go back on track. You now start struggling. And before you know, your goal is out the window. So we need to be mindful who we share our goals with, who we share certain things with, that we know we need to be disciplined. Is this somebody that will caution us? Is this somebody that will check us to still keep us, in line? Or people that say, oh, just take it easy. You're too hard on yourself. Just take it easy. Knowing that the moment you take it easy on yourself, that's the end of that goal. So be mindful that you have the right set of people correcting you, encouraging you, supporting you with your goals. And again, how to develop personal discipline. seek God's help. I had to do that out of frustration. Like, He cares about every aspect of our life. Imagine the Holy Spirit telling me how to lose weight. If I'm saying it in the public now, and whoever cares to listen, that's what got me here. 10 kg lost in 6 months that I wasn't able to seek God's help. I was frustrated and I'm like, Lord, you know how you created me. Help me with this thing. It's not a stronghold. How can I not be able to lose? Why is it so hard? And I got help. I got the help I needed. Discipline isn't just about willpower. It's about grace-powered choices. Because I heard, and the Holy Spirit does not lie, except I'm the one lying, because He's told me what to do. It's not left for me to actually do it to seeing that result. Sometimes I think back, like I just like, this Holy Spirit, He's just talking, doesn't understand that, because He knows all things. He knows how my body composition is, I tell you, and He knows how I can lose that weight I've been dying to lose, so to say. And I listened. Discipline. Do you hear and ignore? That means discipline is not really there. Because sometimes, like I say, it's not just about willpower. Sometimes our willpower may fail us, but we need that grace power from God to help us through. But for the help of the Holy Spirit, I cannot boast of me losing 10 kg. Because of my own, for 13 years, I couldn't lose it. So you can imagine discipline. And you can achieve a lot when you're a disciplined person. That's what I'm trying to say. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I was afraid I would never be able to lose it, because for 13 years, nothing. Anything I did. In fact, there was one time for 2 weeks, I was eating only salad. I got so tired, I thought I was going to be throwing up with green leaves. It was that bad. I said, at least salad is not heavy, this and that. For 2 weeks, morning, afternoon, night, or whatever, however I ate, anything I ate for that week was just salad. And then I climb on the thing, nothing removed. So you can imagine, pray to God to help you. He knows your formation. He knows your purpose. He knows your destiny. Thank you, Ayote Baba, for the heart to me. He knows everything about you. Like I always say, whether we trust God, we believe God or not, He is still God. I'll leave it there. Now, I just want to talk briefly about the reward of discipline. Discipline leads to peace, progress, and purpose. Some people will say, you don't know the discipline I've had to put myself under to get to this place. Of course, I know people cheat. They do all sort of injection that even me, I'm so afraid of that thing, because I've heard of cases where some people bought some injection. I say this thing goes to your bloodstream. What if there's something in your composition that does not go with that thing? People, please don't risk your life. Except your doctors recommend something, please be mindful what you buy online and just inject in your body, or you just swallow like that. Hey, people have lost their lives because of that. So please, seek God and let Him tell you how fast you can lose that weight if you're really interested. Anyway, so discipline leads to peace, progress, and purpose. It allows you to enjoy the fruit of self-control, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. Now, oh my goodness, recently I would wear certain clothes size. Let me not talk, because I'll wear certain clothes size and I'll be like all the time. But recently I bought 1, 2, 3 clothes size down, and I wore it, and I'm like, what possessed me to still be wearing those baggy or what, And I could not believe it, because in my mind, it's like I still must wear this particular cloth size to be okay. But because I've reduced, I've gone down, all that, I can actually go back to the store and check the actual clothing size. And I'm like, wow, 1, 2, 3. This is impressive. Even me, I'm like, well done. But I don't want my head to swell, because I need to keep at it, so to say. So God helping us, there is reward when you are disciplined. A disciplined life is a free life, free from chaos, free from guilt, free from regrets. Guys, I'm going to conclude by saying this. Discipline is not punishment. Do not see it as that. I see it as preparation to achieving whatever you need to achieve. Every act of discipline shapes you into the person God has called you to be. It's a daily decision to live intentionally disciplined, guided by your faith, guided by self-control. And I dare say self-control, because if there's no self-control, there's no reason to be a disciplined person or to, yeah, discipline is not punishment, because some people may see it as that and they're not, bringing themselves under because they feel like, no, punishment. Some people will tell them, just fast for 3 days. It's, this is punishment, or you want to give me, no, it's for your own good. For the fact that you're fasting for a spiritual reason or whatever, you find out that you will lose certain fats in your body and you'll feel like you will feel good. Having not gone to the gym, for some people it's like that, but maybe not everybody. Self-control is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Yeah. And it comes with that discipline we're talking about. Hebrews 12:11 says, no discipline seems pleasant at the time. And that's just the truth, but painful. That's why I said, do I have to do this? It's painful. I don't want to be here. But you have to do this. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. So says my Bible. So the question we want to ask ourselves today is, am I controlling my habits, or are my habits controlling me? Am I a disciplined person? Do I carry discipline in different aspects of my life? Okay, admissions, I hear you. Thank you. So guys, honestly, that is my talk. And my main question for us tonight is, why do you think self-discipline is often difficult to sustain even when we know it's beneficial? Why do you think self-discipline is often difficult to sustain even when we know it's beneficial to us? Guys, thank you for listening to my talk. Thank you, Oluto. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life.
Hey, my people. They say a word is enough for the wise. Adoa, Mary, I see you. Good evening. I hope you are good. Patiel, I see you. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Oyema, I see you as well. So that is our talk for today. At least I've put some perspective to it, understanding to it. Let us self-reflect. Are we disciplined? Do we have self-control? Some people may say, they're not the same thing, whatever. But it's one that leads to the other one, so to say. If you don't have self-control, that means you don't have discipline to doing whatever, or to abstaining from something, or whatever it is. So guys, let's talk about this, because I know these things affect us as human or individuals. Some people, like I said, they've lost a job, good job, great job opportunities. Some people have lost promotion. Some people have lost awards, businesses, friends, family, they've lost a lot of things because they don't have discipline in certain areas of their life, and it's affecting them. Because imagine you lose your great job because you don't have discipline. That means there's no money to pay your bills, there's no money to buy this, there's no money to help with that. It just kind of interfere with different aspects of one's life, not just that aspect. Because say, okay, job, and then of course you're planning to get another job, you will need reference from the previous job, but because you don't have discipline, they will be forced to say, this person is not a disciplined person, but you can employ them. They will not give you good report. So to say that reference, it will take the grace of God, to get a very good reference. Guys, send me an invite. Let us talk some more about this. Let's learn from one another. Let us reason together because it's very crucial, a topic. Susan, oh, it's you. Sorry. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna leave you admissions for now, just in case there's more than enough people to put in the box. Good evening, everybody. How are you, sir? Susan, good evening. I can hear your background, Susan. Thank you, Kenneth. You make life easy when you send that invite. Woman of Purpose, I see you. Ma Mary, I see you. Philo, I see you. Leslie, I see you there. Let's talk some more about this. So maybe it's just me that I'm feeling this way, but I know that these things have a way of affecting us if we don't pay attention to it or do anything about it, really. Susan, good evening. Can you speak? Because you're the first in my box today. Are you there, Susan? Okay, maybe not at the moment. Kenneth, are you there? Can you speak? Good evening.
Good evening, woman of God, and good evening, everyone on board and those on comment section. What a lecture!
Do you know? Do you know?
This
Do
is
you know that it takes discipline for you guys to keep showing every every Mondays and Thursday? Honestly,
this is more than a conference to God. In
wow.
fact, you deliver the lecture very well.
Thank
I
you,
was
sir.
I was just jotting down. I say, woman of God, this is a message, a complete message.
Wow, wow. Thank God. Thank God, sir.
I appreciate you and I thank God for your life
Thank
and
you. Thank you so
thank
much
God
for
for
the
what
encouragement.
God is using you to do at this end time.
Thank God. Thank God.
I
Thank you
appreciate
too.
you, woman of God. We thank God once again for another new week, and we thank God once again for the start of the
Mercy.
week to hear a wonderful word to discipline ourselves. This week is going to be a week where we will start doing check on
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes, indeed. It's
Are we
very
doing the right
important.
thing?
Oh,
Where are we not disciplined? We need to wake up.
yeah. God helping us, really. Because it's
The
very
question the
important.
question you ask that, are we disciplining ourselves or
The question is, why do you think self-discipline is hard? It's hard to sustain, even when we know it's good for us.
it's I feel it's very very hard to sustain because the flesh is willing but the spirit is weak. That is why
Oh,
self-discipline is very very hard, because there are some things or there are some places that you are, the things that you don't want to do, according to Apostle Paul, are the things that the Spirit will say do. And you know that if you don't discipline yourself, if you do those things, it can end up your career, it can end up your vision, it can even end up the work that you have with God.
yeah.
So that is why you see, on daily basis, we discipline ourselves. The way we talk, the way we do things, the way we relate, even relating to people alone, we discipline ourselves because we don't know what we will say now that's going to hurt them. That is why we always pray to God, Lord, let me always use the word, a soft word, to solve these people problem, because at times your word alone, if you don't discipline yourself, the way they bring the matter to you, you just address it in a wrong way.
Yeah.
That might end that person life, and that can even make that person run away for you. That is why you see every day we discipline ourselves in our place of work, in our even in our home, in our spouse, with our children.
Yeah.
Because if you don't discipline yourself with, like these children, let me use the Western world children as an example. If you don't discipline yourself
Thank you,
for where
Lord.
they are, they will see you as an age mate to them. They will talk to you the way they want to talk to you. They will address you the way they want to address you, because they feel that you are age mate to them. That is why we discipline ourselves in everything we do. And it's very, very difficult.
Mm.
It's very, very difficult, but by the help of God and the grace of God, we will continue to do it because that is the only way we can stand in faith. That is the only way we can get that crown that God has placed in our head. Because without no discipline, you will just be like the worldly people. That is why it's very, very important, woman of God. Every day I tell you, your topic alone is shaping us every week. When we begin to hear these things alone, then we ask ourselves, where are we doing well and where are we not doing well? I told you that this week now I'm going to check myself, the things that I'm doing, the people that I'm relating with. Am I relating them in a way that I discipline myself to address the issue when they bring issue for me to address? Am I
Quality
really
street.
disciplining myself to speak a word that will bring changes, that will bring transformation, that will bring healing into the life of these people? That is why it's very, very good to discipline yourself in everything that you are doing here on earth, because that is the only crown and that is the only way people might know that you are of this world, but you are not of the world. When you discipline yourself, people will see, no, that person. There was a time, and I remember when somebody bring matter to me, they say, okay, I say, okay, do you want me to settle this matter? I said, the only way I can settle this matter is for me to bring two of you together so that I can know who is saying the
The
truth.
ultimate
Because if
advocate.
you don't do that, it will, at the end you're going to take side, and when you take side, the way you will address the issue, that is not the way God wanted to address the issue, because He feel that you are not disciplining yourself alone enough, because somebody bring a matter to you, and because you are not disciplined enough to understand the wisdom. It's like Solomon in the Bible, when the two women bring a child. I wish it's not
Oh my
disciplined enough
God.
as a king to know that this woman is telling lie. With the cry of that other woman, he should just pass he say yes, because he feel that with
Yeah.
woman eye, this woman is saying the truth, but you don't know that the woman is lying. That's why you need to discipline yourself. Allow the Holy Spirit to come into the allow the Holy Spirit to dwell in you on daily basis. You discipline yourself in every area of your life, the flesh, everything. Even the way you dress, the way you speak, everything, we discipline ourselves for us to get that crown that God has placed in our life.
Thank you. Are you still speaking?
Yeah, I don't know if he's satisfied. His question is okay. If there's anyone, let me
I
know.
mean, it's your submission, so thank you. I relate with what you've said, so thank you so much.
All right.
Honestly, thank you so much. Oluto, I might have to speak with you after this live. Yeah, something came to mind and it's coming to mind as you're doing that now. So thank you so much for encouraging people to tap and to share this live stream. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, Susan, can you speak now? Because I know the box have changed, but it doesn't matter because I know you were number one. Except you're not ready to speak now, I can go to
No,
the
not
next.
ready. Let me just listen to them, enjoying it.
All right. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming back. Thank you. So I know Leslie took your box, but I'm gonna come to Fumi Lola. Good evening. I hope you are good. Finally, you've come into this box today. Fumi Lola Peters, good evening to you. How are you? Happy Monday to you.
Good evening, my darling namesake, my beautiful namesake. How are you
Yay.
doing
How are
today?
you?
It's been a while. I've always joined your live, but
I
it's been
know.
a while.
I know. I do see you because when I see the analysis for who came and all of that, I see your name. That's why sometimes I'll send that message just to say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you're
You are
good.
doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
I'm all
much.
right. Bless God.
Yeah.
It's a very lovely topic of discussion. But if I would like to just make my suggestion, I would dwell more on the area of being very, very consistent.
Mm,
If you're going to be disciplined, consistency is what will help you, especially in this country.
thank you.
If you have created a niche for yourself, you need to focus on it, and that's discipline on its own.
Yeah.
Is it in business? Is it in ministry? Is it in finance? just be very consistent. A very good way to be disciplined financially is to have a direct debit, whereby you know for this investment, if you want to be disciplined every month on the 28th or 29th of the month, this is going, take him upstairs, please. This is going to be deducted from my account, and the consistency you've generated is going
Yeah.
to work for you, as a person that needs
I'll
to
see you,
now,
Laura.
yeah, to be able to get your results. So for me, I think consistency is very key.
It
So in
is.
the area of motivation, also we know that this country where we live, a lot of people pursue careers. We pursue our career, our profession, whereby a lot of people have gifts. They are not disciplined enough to dedicate time for that gift. I don't know if
That's
you
true.
understand
I
what I'm
do.
trying to say, if it
I
makes
do.
sense at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Someone like
True.
me, I love to cook, and I have an event planning and catering business back at home. And yeah, when I came, it was the first thing I look into. So I made myself very consistent in the area of cooking for people, even free, when my friends
Omoalade
want
or
to do
Alade, I see
events.
you. Mm.
Yeah, when my friend wants to do events, I just tell them,
Put
don't
yourself
worry, I
out.
volunteer to cook for you. And before I
Kimberly.
know it, things started happening. I started making my Zobo drink, and they started buying. My Zobo tea is now my Zobo drink is now in tea bags.
Oh
And then
wow.
recently,
Have you tried stores?
yeah, so I'm working on all those.
Okay.
When you start, when you need to do so many things that
Of
are
course,
under
I
there.
know. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
so just completed my health and safety training,
Oh, well done.
food hygiene and all of
Well
those.
done.
Yeah,
Well done to you.
yeah, thank you so much. And because of consistency and motivation has a lot to do in the area of discipline.
Yeah.
And recently, Bradford being the city of culture 2025, I was featured in the recipe book called Meet Our Mothers.
Hey,
And I'm
well
here to tell you,
done.
yeah,
Well done.
and that is where,
We're proud of you.
thank you
Well
so
done.
much. Thank you so much. And that's where passion, discipline, and motivation, they all work together. So if you say you have passion, you are not motivated, or you are motivated, you are not consistent, then you are not disciplined. So that thing that that you are gifted at, my brothers and my sister, especially in this country, because we all know that your job cannot make you rich. Oh,
No,
I
not
hear we should
really.
all know. So in the place of discipline, dedicate at least 1 hour a day.
Hmm.
1 hour a day for that thing that you love to do. If
Thank
it's
you.
if it's talking, look at Fumi. She's already made impact now with talking. Her charisma, her everything is working for her because she's consistent in her motivation. Be
Thank God.
motivated. Nobody will motivate you.
I'm telling
You
you,
have
you
to
have to be like David. You have to encourage
exact
yourself in the
in
Lord.
the Lord. So it is
Sometimes, or
simple.
most times, yeah.
Per day, take a step towards what you love. Even if it's 1 hour, if you love to weave hair, buy that mannequin or a baby hair
And
head.
practice, yeah.
Weave it, practice on it every day. If it's cooking now, cook for your family and friends. When they want to do naming, tell them that you are bringing your own rice for them, or you are volunteering to do the rice by themselves, by yourself for them. That they should just buy you ingredients. But before then, you must have cooked a pot now, a plate or two for them now. You
Hmm.
understand? If it's a drink you can make, is it kunu? You must have made free ones for all your church member in a taster, in
In
a
fact, yeah.
disposable cup. Let them drink, and they'll say, "Hey, lodun
You, you,
buy."
you know, this thing you're saying. You don't know how crucial it is. I'll tell you a joke. It's not even a joke. It's real. I
Yeah,
remembered where I live. Yeah, once in a year we have like a get together because we don't want to tax people too much. We'll ask everybody to bring their cultural dishes. We'll display it. Everybody will eat
yeah,
and everybody will go. So my own thing that I always want to do is pepper soup, and I make my special salad,
very good.
And then I took it there, and my goodness, I was the first person to carry my cooler back home
It's
because the pepper soup
empty.
was
Where so
gone.
fast? That's it.
And then there was a person that came and said, "Ah, sis, did you make that?" I said, "Yes." Said, "In fact, they invited their friend who ate it and said, guess what? They are having some ceremony, maybe naming ceremony or something. Can I cook
Yeah.
a pot? How much am I charging for a pot? I say, hey, business.
So
So
that is the way to go.
I cooked and I charged them because I had to buy ingredients. I'm like,
It's a
hey,
business. Why don't you start that business on the
yes,
side?
how many do I want to do? I'm the
Eh,
counselor. I'm the
eh.
talker here. It's too much.
It's too
You
much
know, that's the
actually.
thing. Sometimes when you're multi-gifted, do you
Yeah.
know that? And I'm saying this and I boast to the Lord. My husband is on my neck. You, this woman, every time, once in a while, we want to indulge, we'll order some African food and say, for me, your food is still better. You, this
Now
one.
so it be
I
like
said,
say we
but
fumis with the sabi cook all the
we
food where
sabi
I
cook,
know.
oh. And I'm like, me, I can cook for 30 people. Anything more
Now
than
so
30, you're on
I've,
your own.
I've been cooking for crowd since I was
No, no,
17.
no, 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 no,
So
no.
it's a good business. Honestly, even if you don't do it as business, you can volunteer for your community, just like the way you said,
Yeah,
end of the year parties, let them
like
taste your food.
things. Yeah.
It's a very good
Oh,
one. So in that
discipline.
area, yeah, in that area of focusing on your gift and talent,
Thank
I think
you.
Nigerians, we are not
Juliet, look, I
doing,
see you.
Africans generally, we are
Mm,
not doing enough. And that is my charge for us tonight. Let us do more.
consistency.
Yeah, let us be motivated in our area of talent and gifting. God
Mm.
will help us all. It's not easy.
I
It's not
know.
easy. It's not easy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow. So discipline with consistency is key. Just like Fumilola have said. Honestly, thank you so much for sharing that view. And I'm sure people are taking notes and people are listening because we can always do better. Just be disciplined a little more and you'll see the result. I'm telling you, at least I've shared one or two of my own here. So I'm going to come to Ma Mary. Ma Mary, are you there? I can see that coffee mug thing. Oh, I don't know, maybe she received a call. Ma Mary, are you there? Can you speak? Or do you want me to come back to you? I think she might be on another call or something. Oluto, I'm going to come to you. Good evening. How are you? You're doing an amazing job. Oh, thank you. When I see my perks being used, I'm like, this person I've gone to do their research. And I always forget, there's so many things that just it's not me because like I say, me, I'm here for assignment. If I was here to make money, maybe I would have found out all of these things. But honestly, I cannot be bothered. As long as we do gifts, because TikTok will send messages regarding that and all. I'm like, okay, I'll remember to say, please, as you're on this live, give me a heart me, just a heart me, honestly. I have my goals for today, but it's your choice. If you want to help with the goal, honestly, it's fine by me because what we're doing here is way, way crucial and it's very important that we don't lose focus. And that's why I'm here. And for the benefit of those who are joining, like I always say, I'm here on assignment. This is a burden God has placed on my heart, and that's why we do individuals and marriage on Thursdays because this is where God will have me focus. And I always say here, in fact, the topic for the rest of the year is there. I just go to it, treat it and ask for wisdom. What would you have me say, and all of that, and prepare the talk. And I come. This is what I've been doing, and last year, April, I started by the grace of God. At least I can count one or two times I've had to cancel, maybe due to family engagement and all. Is it always palatable? As I'm sitting here today, I was sharing to those who joined earlier. From work straight home, cooking, before we're looking at, hey, time. I've not had anything today other than tea and biscuit. And I'm like, hey, you're tired. I don't know. Look, I don't want to show you what I'm holding, but you see, that's emergency in case I start seeing double. Do I want to be here? Of course, I love to be here because I love what God has asked me to do. I love it, the fact that we can impact each other positively. That's what I am for. And I'm here. Is it all the time I want to be here? Sometimes the body is tired. But you know that you're on assignment, you have to be disciplined enough. God will give you the grace, more grace. That is, thank you, the grace. That's what, if I don't pray at all, anything, I'm like, God, I'm going live. My body is this. Grace to finish well. That's my own. So this thing sometimes is a struggle. It's not easy, but because we're focused, we have self-control, we have goals and passion, like she said, we just have to carry on with it. So thank you all for always coming to encourage me as well. I really appreciate that. Oluto, good evening. Can you speak? I'm not sure if I saw anything from you.
Good evening, ma.
Good
God
evening.
bless you.
How are you?
You're doing great. We thank God for life. I'm
Thank
grateful.
you. Well
Grateful.
done. Well done. Thank you.
I saw someone in the comment section, Sister Juliet Cook says, "What is the best way to discipline a child?"
There's noise. Okay, or maybe it's Kenneth. Let me mute Kenneth.
He said,
Maybe.
"What is
And
the best way to discipline a child?" In the comment section.
oh, do you want to answer or do you want me to answer that?
I want you to answer that. Just
To discipline a child, the first thing is, how old is this child? If the person is there, please tell us, how old is this child? Which part of the world are you? Oh, Juliet Cook, good evening. Which part of the world are you? How old is this child? I'll have to wait for a response because otherwise I'll just be talking vaguely. I don't want to talk vaguely. So let's address the main thing. If it's not, you're in Germany, okay. And how old is this child? It's 5 years old. So how do I don't know much of the rules and regulation in terms of health and safety, or safeguarding rather, with children in Germany, because I'm in UK. I don't know if you have the same laws or whatever. However, a 5-year-old is a child that is still growing. So it now depends on what this child is doing or what this child has done. Okay, this 5-year-old can speak, I want to believe, and this 5-year-old can understand to a level, because you have to come down to their level. You have to let this child know what they've done wrong. You have to explain in their language what they've done wrong, the consequences, because if it was Nigeria now, it's a different ball thing we'll be talking about. But because you have to be mindful, I know of parents in this part of the world that they think they're somewhat wise, but this child will go to school and say stuff, and they would, escalate things beyond what it is and put parents in trouble and all of that, which I get. But in terms of safeguarding, you really have to be mindful. As long as you're not using any instrument on this child to kind of discipline them, I guess you'll be fine. But in this side of the world is always to talk, because I teach as well, and when we have issues like that, either you call parents in, explain what has happened with this child or with that child. You have to explain what's happened, safeguarding, maybe there's something going on at home or whatever it is. So it depends. Please do not take out your frustration when disciplining. No, 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 no. That's where this discipline comes. If you flog a child as you feel angered by their action, you may actually hurt that child beyond what you planned. So you need to be disciplined, self-control. Walk away, go think about it, reflect about it, think about your approach to correcting that child. And until you feel okay within you as well, before you come and address the situation. Okay, I wanted to give an example, but it might not be safe as such, so let me not go there. But like I said, a 5-year-old is still processing life, is still trying to understand. A 5-year-old in UK will be year one reception, year one. So they do understand things, but you have to speak their language. Tell the child, and there's some cartoon you can watch to show them example of what you're trying to teach them or what you're trying to do. So you have to do that research. It's not easy. However, if you're a believer, there's certain things you need to pray about. Don't overlook certain traits in a child. That's why I said I don't know what this child has done, because for you to bring that question here, it must be something grievous or something hard, and it could be a pattern with the child. Sometimes you have to pray this pattern out. However, do not, use the physical. So we're on TikTok, but I'm just being mindful. But find a way to speak Yeah, it's not easy. I know. Trust me, raising four boys in this part of the world. But at least I thank God with prayer and all of that, they thank God for where they are at now. So for that 5 year old, like I said, they're still forming life consequences, repercussion, and things like that. So you need to be mindful. You need to talk a lot with this child. Let them see what they've done wrong. Bring other examples. That's why I say look for cartoon on YouTube or wherever. You have to search, whatever they've done, something similar. Let them watch actions and consequences, actions and reward. So I don't know what this child have done, but please do not discipline with anger. Do not, especially when it's still fresh. That is not the time to want to, react, because you might not just react the right way. So I don't know if this is helped in any way at all. And if you're single parents, if you're co-parenting, you might have to have certain talks with your partner about this child's behavior, especially if they're not there when this whatever happened, and both of you might have to sit down and talk in this child's language to them, and they would understand prayerfully, because we have to start molding them. God needs to use us to mold them in the right way. Sometimes we get frustrated, sometimes we shout, sometimes you lash out, sometimes all of that. But we're talking about discipline today. Make sure you're tired of always shouting, then maybe you might have to stop shouting and find a different approach. Because sometimes when you shout too much, this is the reaction they get from you, even when they do good. They don't know any difference. So this would confuse them to know that what I've done is bad or this thing I've done is good, because what you're giving them is confusing them. So that's why we are parents, it's easier for us to discipline our actions and reactions than for them, because they are still kind of loose, and that's why we're parenting them, guiding them in the right path, so that by the time they're older, this discipline is also in them as well. Do not be tired, Juliet Cook. The Lord will continue to grace you with wisdom, with self-control, with discipline, with the right words, to say into this child, because it's very important. They're still growing. I've met a 5 year old that I feel, in fact, when I talk about this, I'm like, this one is like a 35-year-old in a 5 year old body. They will push all the buttons, and if you're not in control of your reactions, they will play on this. This is what they do best. They will play on it. And rather than what's the word now, getting a headway in trying to raise them, you get frustrated, and all other things might just not be dealt with adequately. Juliet Cook, I hope this answers. But if you want to talk some more, like I always say, please DM me privately so we can talk some more, because there's only so much one can say here. You might not want to go directly into it, but with one-on-one, we might be able to talk some more and find other solution. But do not be weary in well-doing, because you're raising a child, a generation. We can't afford to be tired, and we can't afford to just be. God help me, after shouting, I start crying. I'd like to speak with you if it's okay after the live. You can reach out. Let's talk some more about this. Like I always say to people, go to my bio. This is what I do. I'm a professional integrative counselor, a Christian counselor as well. Let's talk about these things, and that's why I'm here on this assignment. And I thank God for giving me this opportunity to be a blessing. I'll say that please reach out. Let's talk some more, because I can sense your pain right there. It is well. God will continue to grace you, my dear sister. God bless you, or brother. God bless you. Okay, Oluto, you're next. Except you're not ready, I can go to the next person. Guys, if you want to be part of this discussion, please send me an invite. I have my regulars, but then they know that, we're always welcoming people. We share our experiences. You need help, I'll reach out. Okay, please do. I'll really look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much for counting us worthy to even share this, because I know these things can be private. I know, but thank you so much, Juliet. Oluto, can you speak? Or
Oh, I think I would pass, I'll let Sister Susan or someone else speak
Okay,
first.
all right.
And you
Thank you
can
so
bring
much.
Sister Debbie up as well.
Thank you for tapping. Thank you so much for tapping. Woman of Purpose, good evening. How are you? Let me not say long time no see, long time no hear. You've been on leave. You've been on
Well,
leave, so
yes,
I know you've been on holidays. Good to have you back.
yes. So
Tell
it's
me you
good to
have
see.
suntanned a bit.
Nah, man, no tanning.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't that hot, so it's
Oh, I
okay.
see.
But
Okay.
it's good. I don't really want to be tanned, so it's okay.
No, I don't think you can tan any further, to be honest. Trust me, this is as good as you get. So thank you
You
for all
know.
those following me. Sorry, a woman of purpose. I would find you and follow you back. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Yes, let's take it to 100K likes today. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, woman of purpose, I don't know how much of the talk so far you heard and people's contribution. We're talking about discipline, and the question I ask is, why do you think self-discipline is often difficult to sustain even when we know it's beneficial?
Because it involves being intentionally and therefore being intentional about change. And it also requires change, isn't it? It's about change. And change of anything is hard. Change of a habit is hard. It requires
Oh, old
continuous
habits
work.
die hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the thing. It can get very you can fall off. And I think sometimes when we're bringing about change, we should expect that we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna fall off, and we're gonna fail. But the thing is to get back on the horse and keep trying.
Yeah,
But sometimes I think that's the thing, we have all the best intentions to kind of follow these things, and then when we first make a mistake, or like we forget to whatever it is, then we beat ourselves up, and then we go back to old patterns and just give up.
I know.
But actually failure is part of the process.
It is.
So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting topic, and like you said, there's so many things in our life that we need to be disciplined with. I love, I love the bit you were talking about African time. This is one of the things that really gets me, and I guess because being spending most of my early childhood in this country, I don't understand that concept, and I struggle with it. Like 2 weeks ago, I was invited to a wedding, yeah, and it said on the wedding invitation to be there for 1 o'clock. So there's me phoning people up and go, because I know I'm always on time to things, and I always, like you were saying, get there early. Then I'm frustrated because I'm sitting around waiting for everybody to
I
start.
know. Oh my
And then
goodness.
and then I want to go home when it's time to go home, and everyone's like, "No, it just started." I'm like, "But I've been here longer than everybody else, so please don't
Exactly.
go home." So I phoned up everybody, and I was like, "Okay, so
8:30.
this says 1 o'clock. What time should we get there?" So people were telling me, we're leaving home at 1:30. I said, "Eh? Hold on. The thing starts at 1 o'clock. And you're going to leave
Please.
at 1:30, and it's almost an hour away. So what time are we gonna get there?" Like, I just didn't understand. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with it." So we left. We got there about 3:30. The thing hasn't started.
My
And
goodness.
bear in mind, 2 weeks ago it was really cold. It was that day where it was like windy. Saturday, it was like 1 minute the sun will come out, next minute we're all wearing our flock, and nobody came with any jumper or anything. And it was outside. The ceremony was outside. So we're sitting there waiting now. 5:30. 5:30. Still
Are
this
you
wedding hasn't started.
serious?
I am sitting there going, is it me, or what kind of,
Four,
I'm like,
four and
somebody
a
needs to
half hours.
explain.
Seriously, why?
I'm telling
Why?
you. And then when it eventually started, almost getting to about 6 o'clock or after 6, the pastor then was like, "Oh, I have to give a sermon," and we're all sitting there going, we've been sitting out here for how many hours? Yeah, literally, my leg was frozen, my arm, I
My
couldn't even move. I
goodness.
had to stand up just to keep myself warm, and it was that bad. So I mean, it was a very beautiful wedding. Don't get me wrong. The pastor
Yeah.
tried his best to run everything. And I think I would have enjoyed it if I wasn't so cold. You know, but this is the problem. And then by the time you get in, imagine wedding that you just had a ceremony, finishing about 7 o'clock the ceremony. Then you gotta have the after food and stuff, and everything just start running, running, running. Everyone's rushing to eat, rushing to do everything, and literally people had left. It's getting to 9 o'clock. Can you imagine? People just started going home because apparently some people had been there since the morning to do the traditional wedding before we even got there.
Oh
So I
wow.
was even feeling bad for them because I'm thinking I was
Wow.
complaining
No,
getting there
that's
for
too
3 o'clock,
much.
but they've been there since morning. So you were talking about that thing. It's one of my things I struggle with, and I'm constantly always when I get invited to things, I'm always asking people, "What time should I get there? What time should I get there?"
It's true because otherwise, you're gonna get the time on invite. You will get there and you find out that, in fact, I shared one here not too long ago. I said we got to that venue, Woman of Purpose. The shutters to the hall was still down. And in my head, I'm like, maybe they put it down because they're decorating or something. And then we were waiting in the car. We did not see anybody. I was trying to call the celebrant. I'm like, they won't even pick their phone now. I said, let's call the celebrant's spouse or something. We couldn't get, we were there 1 hour, 2 hours. The shutters were still. I said, maybe we got the wrong venue.
You start doubting yourself.
Honestly speaking, it was, I think, 4 hours later. I said, if not that this person is so important to, honestly speaking, I'm like, am I crazy? In fact, I almost think, is it rice that I don't have to eat in my house or what is it? No, if not
Thank
for
you.
love. And then they got there, it's so bad that they started putting chairs and take, oh my God. I'm like, who does this? So you had to wait extra. In fact, I got to a time. Normally, I would have gotten out of the car because she's a friend. Let me go and help arrange. But I was too pissed off, is not even the
Agitated.
word.
You were too agitated.
I just, you know what, right now is not the best time to let me not even have any contact with any. Oh my goodness, it was the worst, And I'm like, who does this? Who would do this? Just tell us the time you want us to be there.
Exactly, to come and we'll be there.
Oh my
But you know
God.
what? It is one of those things that I think
What do you mean at the
it's a
wrong
habit.
time? Do they not? They printed invitation. What do you mean wrong time? Let's even say
Ah,
4. Let's even say 4. 4 o'clock, you did not start. 5, you did not start. 6, you did not start. 7, you did not start.
exactly.
8 o'clock. Haba now, haba. Who
Debbie,
does
did you
that?
hear what I said? How can the invitation for 1 o'clock start at 6? How does that work? Or 5 after 5? How does that work? And people are standing
Debbie, oh,
outside.
please. Oh, yeah,
It's
please
not.
justify that,
It's not.
Debbie.
It's not right. And I mean, it's the same thing that goes for like for example, I have this women group, and I'll book for Christmas dinner, and this is Christmas dinner set menu, and I have told people be there on time because if you miss the dinner, the food will be gone.
Oh?
Yet people choose to turn up late, and I'm like, I don't get it. But you know what? It's what it is, and I always ask myself, are they like that when it comes to work,
Oh,
or
no,
is
no,
it?
no, no,
No,
no.
no. Honestly, I feel like sometimes I
You
want to
get
be
to
a
work
fly on
late,
the wall.
5 hours late every time, and you want to be paid. You must be joking.
Because I ask myself, is it a social thing, or does it happen in other aspects of people's life? Because I just don't get how you can turn up late to things. But that's just one side of things. But like self discipline is important. It's very important in every area of it. If you want to achieve success in life, in anything that you do, it requires
Yeah.
you to be disciplined.
Oh, yeah.
And without it, you're gonna fail because you're not trying. At least if you're trying, you stand a chance of achieving the goal. But if you're not trying and you just get up and you just say, let me see how it works, let me see how I feel today, let me see how this, let me see how... it's not gonna work. But I love what you said about earlier. You were mentioning about sometimes when we're trying to do things, and like about, especially about the fasting thing. And I think, you know what, that is so true. I could relate with that thing. The day, like, you can go hungry. I could go hungry for days. Yeah, me and food, we have a very bad relationship. But I could be like, you know what, I don't want to eat, but the day I say I'm gonna fast, that's a day when every food becomes
I
my best
know.
friend.
I'm telling you, so if you
I'm
don't
like,
have
this is the work of the devil.
self-discipline, your tummy will rumble. Your tummy would
I
never
tell you.
rumble before. Hey, Lord have mercy.
But
No.
it's good because when you talk about these things, it just makes it realize that us to realize that it's normal. These strategies, these difficulties, challenges is normal. It's part of the process, and we should not let it necessarily knock us down
Yeah.
and feel defeated. But as long as we have the intention to keep getting up each time and saying, you know what, okay, I wanted to fast, and maybe today I was only managed 2 hours. Okay, tomorrow I will start again. Maybe tomorrow you will manage 4 hours. And I think sometimes also when we want to be disciplined, we want to go for the biggest change. And I think that's what you
Yeah.
said about when we're trying to do, you have to do it in little bits, break
Mm.
it down, like the smart, process of doing things, break it
What
down to bits.
what you just said, woman of purpose. I was speaking with a friend, and I said to them, "Look," he said, "Why is it that when you want to fast, that's when this?" I said, "You know what? Don't put yourself in bondage. Normally, well, it depends. Normally, you break your fast at 6 or whatever. Tell yourself you're breaking at 12. I mean, your body will not see much to it. And
Mm-hmm.
truly, day one, break at 12. Pray, do whatever. And then tell yourself, let's push it to 3. Because sometimes you just want to go for that 6. Your body is not ready. Your mind is not ready. Even your soul is telling you, you want to kill me. What? So please be flexible, but have that goal
Yeah.
in mind. Because sometimes you would find out you didn't, for 1 week, nothing was done just because, it has to be this or nothing. Be flexible to
Yeah,
some extent,
definitely. Be
really.
flexible. No, you need to be, and I think that's the problem with when you want to
Mm.
start. You need to think about, breaking it down
Thank you,
slowly and
Illuminati.
how
Thank
you
you.
want to, yeah. Because it's like sometimes you say, okay, I want to start a new exercise. You sign up to the gym and everything. That first week, you wouldn't even step to that gym because you wake up, the weather is awful. You wake up, today I don't feel well. You wake up, work was too busy. You wake up, excuse. But you know what? The funny thing
Thank
is,
you,
I
Illuminati.
think you have to have that
Illuminated
mindset
mind.
and say,
Thank
you
you.
know what? I'm gonna try and achieve something. A little bit of it, even is better than nothing. And I
Yeah.
think even with like exercise and stuff, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna go out for a walk, whatever." Just get outside. Even if you manage to just do to your neighbor's house, it's an achievement because you go out the house, you go dress, and in fact, you'd be funny
Oh,
enough.
thank
Get to the
you.
neighbor's house, you feel like I can carry on because it's like me. I do a lot of extra stuff and even right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm on my computer because I'm typing up stuff for church. I got a
Oh.
meeting coming up on Wednesday that I got to do. And I complain sometimes, like, But to be honest with you, once I just get the laptop once
That's
I
it.
get out and I go to the meeting, I'll be naked. We'll go sit there. We'll be like, how's everybody? Everyone's like, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. We'll be there for 2 hours still talking. We're not tired. God just gives you the
Oh,
energy.
thank you.
Just find the
Thank
energy
you.
from somewhere to just do it. So I think when you're being disciplined and starting a new habit, just be consistent. Try and say, just let me just put one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And
Yeah.
every day you just celebrate the little goals. Don't go for the big thing like I have to. My goal is, I have to go to the gym. I have to do 2 hours. Then if I don't do, go to the gym,
Too
do
much
half an
pressure.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, do half an hour and come home and feel like yes, and that would even give you incentive for you to even try the next day. But
Not
if you
bad
go that
after
first time,
all. Yeah, tomorrow maybe you can push it 10 minutes
yeah,
extra.
yeah. But if you go and you do 2 hours, you might come back even more aching. Your body
No,
will
you will
ache the
not
next day.
return. You will not return the
But
next
the
day.
next week you won't go to the gym again.
You're like, this thing is
So
not for me. No, 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 no. Not knowing that, you went for the wrong way. Ah,
exactly, and all these discipline things require sacrifice. I know you said
yeah.
about sometimes being disciplined. Um, you know, is it enjoyable or whatever it is. I think that question you asked about earlier when you were giving your talk. Yes, it part of it is not, but when you first start. But as you keep doing it, it's like riding a bike, slowly, slowly, slowly. Before you know it,
Yeah.
you rode a bike to the top of the road. Next minute, you rode it to the park. Next minute, you're riding all around public, the whole of London, and nobody know how you started.
Yeah.
So anything that people start, and you have to know that anything that anyone can do, or you see people doing greatly, it took them time, it
Fine.
took them failing, it took them
Yeah.
persistent, constant working at it to achieve that goal. So don't just see people at the end of doing that thing and be like, oh, I wish I was like, FunmiRoyal to be on TikTok. Every discipline,
In
that
fact.
discipline. You know
Oh
when it
dear.
started, long time.
Yeah.
There's things that go on behind that you don't see, but you got to that place, and you can also get to that place. It's gonna take you time, the same way it took you time. Yourself time. It's gonna take them time, but you just have to give yourself that I think that
As well.
self
Yeah.
assurance. That confidence. You have to sometimes encourage yourself. You have to do that, and
Yeah.
surround yourself with other people as well. I think another thing is surrounding yourself with people who are
Yeah.
also doing the same
Discipline.
thing, because yeah, that also taking on new challenges and stuff, and and they can encourage you when you feel like you want to give up. Like, for example, you want to take up gym, find somebody who's doing it as well. You know, it might not be, you're going to the same gym, but the fact that they're going through the same thing, when you're struggling, you can just get some encouragement for them, and you can also encourage them, and you can keep going. So, and discipline, I mean, it is required, like I said, in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
You can't do without it. It's part of life. So we have to embrace it if we want to gain the best thing out of life. And, all of us sometimes have to set time aside, think about where are the areas where we need to exercise more discipline and just work at it.
See what Oluto said. Even in tapping itself, you have to you have to be disciplined.
You have to be disciplined, though.
Otherwise,
You have to be. So, yeah, it's required. It's required. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, discipline requires self-control. It requires consistency. It requires a lot of things that people are beginning to highlight to us. So we know sometimes you've even given up before you even started, but you just have to encourage yourself. You know that there's a reason you need to do this. There's a goal, at the end you want to achieve this. And it's not going to come easy just like that. Sometimes you even find the courage to start and start. Along the way, you're like, oh, you're tired. You don't want to do this. But you think of the end goal again and just, gets going again. So I do get it. But that's why I'm like, let's talk about it here today and encourage ourselves, really. So we're doing good. We're doing well. Thank you so much, Woman of Purpose. Susan, is you I'm coming to, or Leslie, are you there now? Yeah. Leslie, can you speak? I know some of us are muted, or is it the cooking time now? Susan, if you're there. So Leslie, Susan, let me see. Somebody else is asking to come up. Ayode Baba, wow, good to see you. Hopefully your network is connecting today. Good evening, Ayo. Good evening. How are you? Let's see. Debbie, let me bring you and tell us one or two. Sorry, my bad. Leslie, are you there? Oluto, you might want to say one or two.
Good evening. Oh, sorry, I've just been in and out.
I can imagine. I know it's a Monday.
Children, yeah,
I know it's a
school
Monday.
stuff, and
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I'm
school,
excited about the
dinner, school.
half term coming up.
Don't measure half term yet, because there's a lot of work before I hit that. I don't want to think about it
No,
just
it's
now.
coming whether we like it or not. Good evening, Ayo.
Yeah. I just have to not think about half term, or else I will start wishing it to come too quickly. So I need to enjoy, as I've been told, enjoy
It's
each
okay,
day,
I
even the
get it.
difficult parts. Yeah. Yeah, this discipline is a good topic. It's a key ingredient. It's an intangible ingredient to helping achieve tangible results. So it's a key ingredient. I think the sister Fumi, she mentioned that another key called consistency.
Yeah.
Basically, just showing up. I
Even
think
when you
another
don't
key
feel
to
like.
yeah, I think the key to discipline is just showing up. Just keep showing up one day at a time. Commit to just showing up, and then when you're there, you just do what needs to be done. But just keep attending, keep showing up. I think it's very good to break it down to the simplest form, and that, I think, is make sure you make the time to show up, and then
Yeah.
when you get there, do what is required. And at some point, the discipline will become delight. At some point, I think also it depends on the season of your life as well. The season of your life will also determine what sort of level of discipline you're going to apply yourself. So the younger, that's one of the things where I think in the West it's kind of, they recognize the value of getting to get children to identify their gifts, talents, and skills very early, to be able to harness that. So by the time they start hitting their teen years, they are already into a flow, you know, and that's something that is quite valuable that I've seen. It's getting them. So, like how you're raising your children, you start to identify those abilities and skills,
Thank
and
you,
then you
Miss
start
Clara.
working towards making sure that they are doing those things early, so that by the time they are growing up, they are hitting that the ages of 10, 11, 12, 13. It's no longer a discipline. They are beginning to now, they've now built a system that begins to, they're beginning to enjoy that process. But at the beginning, is not. So, like our second son now, in terms of his, he plays piano. He's been playing that since he was like 5 or 6. Now it's no longer a work. He gets onto it now. He actually looks forward to doing certain things. He's now part of a school program in that area. And then maths and science, his mom got him in quite early as well.
Okay.
So that now at this stage, the study skill is not so much work because it's already been built in.
Thank you,
So I
Miss
think it's
Clara.
very important that, and as parents, I think it's also good as individuals, adults as well. We now are in a situation what we call self-discipline, and that's when you start marking out times. It's my wife always says for her, the big thing for her is timetable. She will set out a timetable that helps her to achieve certain things. For me, I will just lay out a year planner, and then I will break it down to how can I achieve it over a day, a week, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That's how I work my program and system. And if it's not going to work or something, I'll just pivot and change to something else. But as long as I can achieve that goal. So I think it's very important that we find what works for us. When I was going into
Thank you.
building and
Thank you for coming.
exercise, I just found the sport. I found that doing the sport was easier for
Oh.
me to do exercise because doing the sport, they also build in the exercise program that goes into doing the sport as well. And that helps me a lot. So that involved a bit of running, cardio. The sport I chose was tennis,
Oh,
and
okay.
the people I worked with, they were building running for you had to do a mile under 5 minutes. You had to do cardio for 30 minutes. And I'm talking intense cardio, but
You
they
see,
kept it
there
down to
you
two
go.
days. So I think it's very good to just to find out a structure. I think having a structure also helps out. So even if it's once a week, start with that. Even if it's once a week, whatever it may be, whether it's a project, a career, something, a new skill, or whatever you're trying to do, even if it's once a week you're doing that thing, that's 52, that's at least in the minimum in a year, that's 48 times you've attended to doing that skill. And that's a major help. That's a major step than doing nothing.
Nothing, yeah, that's true.
So it's and I think the greatest advice Jesus Christ gave us is he said sufficient is each day trouble. Don't worry about tomorrow. So try and just show up for today.
True. Yeah.
Just show up for today. Yeah. Don't worry about tomorrow, next tomorrow. Just sufficient is each day's situation. And yeah, and we thank God for the grace as well to do it. But also it's also important to recognize your strengths as well.
Because
It's
the question
because
is, why do you think self-discipline is often difficult to sustain, even when we know it's beneficial? Because
self-discipline, the thing is, it depends on the group of people you also hang around.
yeah,
So
women are purpose self.
you look at that thing about the issue of time.
I see you.
Now they say time is a learned behavior. There's a lot of psychology behind it. There's something, whether it's African timing or whatever it could be. There's a whole lot of psychology behind it. There's even something to do with trauma as well in terms of how we
Yeah.
experience and flow with time. But I think the key thing is to recognize, to prioritize what's important.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the things that begins to help identify that situation. So with the timekeeping thing, I think one of the things and I think someone already mentioned it, employment. most of Nigerian people that live in the UK, they won't try coming into work 1 hour late. They're not going to
One
try it.
hour. Did you say
Why?
one
Because it's a
hour?
priority. They won't exactly. They won't. I'm just saying that they will prioritize it. They will come in at the time required. So if the people at work say be there at 8 o'clock, they will be there at 7:50. Some of them will be there. Some of them will be there 7:30. Why? It's because it's a priority. They will find the discipline because why? One, your income is tied to it, your livelihood is tied to it. So of course you're going to do whatever it takes. Whereas the social part of it, when it comes to timekeeping, then it depends on if if the thing you're doing or the people you're entertaining matters to you, whether it's a priority that you do certain things and you are there. So that could be another issue. It's an investment of priority. Do I prioritize people and their time? Do I respect and honor their time? So the discipline could be just for people to begin to prioritize what's important. And I think part of it is um, being truthful to your word. If you're going to say you're going to do something at a particular time, then
Integrity.
mean it. Yeah, mean it. Mean it. And I think it's something that we can begin to shift our mindset towards that. Okay, we want to be able to say that when we say something, we actually do mean it. And I think being here in the UK maybe some people have changed, and some people, when it comes to social events, they don't change. But also it depends on, again, the priority of that engagement. But if you're someone who's organizing that particular event, then they have a responsibility to honor that time. It's very important. And again, it depends on who is attending. I've noticed in my area, it's a good mix. So you get maybe 60% white people who are attending the schools. When the Nigerians are organizing the birthday parties, they tend to keep on time because they don't want white people to get offended.
Oh,
So I've noticed
I
that they
don't even
keep.
understand why. So it's
I don't.
people
That's what
that
I'm
we
saying.
should
I've
not.
noticed it.
I
Whereas
get
when
it
it's
honestly.
largely, yeah, when it's largely us, they can be a bit of a leeway that we don't
It's
really
too
want to care about
much.
time. But I've observed that when there's a lot of white people coming to birthday parties, and I saw it in my children's primary school, they will keep to time. They will keep to time. They will honor that time. They will not miss it by 10 minutes. So I think it's
That's
a
right.
priority. But discipline overall, I think it's discipline gets easier if you have a structure and you are willing to commit to that system of a
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
And if you have a timetable, if you set up, don't just say you want to lose quote unquote weight or whatever it is, and you don't have a kind of a structure or a timeline or a goal to be able to achieve it. I think there's a word called SMART. So specific, measurable, I can't remember the other terms, but it's make it that you can achieve it.
Yeah.
You can make it achievable over a period of time. And don't give it like 1 year, give it like maybe 6 months, 3 months, break it down so that you can start to see the results within 2, 3, 4 months. And then you can now push it again for another 4 months, and then before you know, you're doing a year, you're doing 18 months, you're doing 2 years. But I think it's important to be able to break it down to the simplest form and then just work it and show up each time you are required to show up. And before you know, you've achieved your goal or whatever you want to do in that period of time. Because discipline itself, it can sound like a hard word, but if you actually try and find a
It
way to
is hard
make it
work.
digestible, yeah, you can achieve it. And I think that's why God gave us grace. He wouldn't give us grace because
Yeah.
he likes us having difficult things. He gives us grace so we can be able to do the difficult things with help, with support. And I think we also need to give ourselves grace to be able to do the things that are hard. The quicker we do the hard things early, the better we are for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope that helps anyhow. And
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Leslie. I think one of the key things you've added to it is priority. You need to prioritize because otherwise you will wear yourself out trying to do everything. So what is priority? What does it require of you? Put the time, put the discipline, put the effort, consistency and all of that, and you will achieve your goals. Easy, not all the time. You may have to crawl to get to the end, but make sure you start and you're consistent really, and you prioritize what needs to be prioritized. Otherwise, time is of the essence really. So thank you for your submissions as well. Oluto, Susan, anyone ready? Debbie, okay, Debbie's here. Ayode Baba, I don't know anyone that is ready now because we've kind of mixed everything up. Just I don't want you to be so long in the box. And oh, Juliet, I thought I just sent an invite. But thank you for stopping by. Please do reach out. I know you're tired. Some of us are, I know, but thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. And I look forward to, hearing from you as well. Debbie, good evening. How are you? Ayode Baba, good evening. I'm not sure about your network again.
Good evening.
Okay, Oluto, yeah, let's hear you then.
So first of all, I want to say thank you. It's a very interesting topic.
You're welcome.
But I see what I can take from it is that, for example, seeing you live right now, it's like I've forgotten the name now. Woman of purpose, I guess. Said, sometimes the discipline, we see you everything rosy, like the way you are just going and teaching and everything, and it looks like it's very easy, but it takes a lot of work. And because for me, like today I was supposed to go live, even despite the fact that the app is telling you that you go, even if it's one person you see go live, I'm like, even that one person, I don't even think I want to press the live button. It takes a lot of
Why
discipline.
not?
I'm just saying that it takes a lot of discipline because I was actually planning to go live, and then I saw your live. I'm like, I don't think I even will. Let me go and join this live instead. It's still going live now. No, but I know it's a stage, because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get at is the fact that, one of the things he also said was that, take baby steps. Don't want to go like 2 hours weightlifting in one day. Like, take it, little by little, and when we discipline ourselves, the major one that is the key lesson for me tonight is that when we discipline ourselves, you're not necessarily doing it for yourself. You have to see that you're doing it for others. Because you can imagine you being here now, you set time to be up at a particular time and you came. So if you are not that disciplined, we won't be having this conversation. So I think that's one thing I'm taking, at least if I'm not learning anything tonight, I'm saying to myself that, you being disciplined is not necessarily about you. It's about the other person.
I don't know. Sorry, Oluto. I don't know if you heard me. At some point I said this. I don't know if whoever knows me well will see that this woman is tired. I said my body is tired, but my spirit is high. For me, you have to do this. I nearly, in fact, today I was late. I didn't start until 8:02, and I felt so bad because I remember that I was feeling somehow. I'm like, let me get something sugary to drink whilst I'm live if I needed it, because I've not really eaten as such, And that was by the time I ran up, I'm like, hey, I'm late. I'm 8 o'clock, bam, I need to be here. But I was also this close. Should I just cancel today? Oh, no, I'm tired. Oh, this, I've not eaten. Something said for me, you know that you're not here for you. You are on assignment. If they're going to pay you at work, would you tell them, maybe, in fact, quickly like that, I brush my hair again, do myself well. And I'm like, I got to do this. When I finish, I'll go and rest, I'll eat or whatever. So it's not all that easy. Sometimes it's like, why must you not? Just like you said, just trying to buttress that it's not even about you. It was Fumi that talked about passion to doing what? Purpose as well. There is a purpose to it, because I'm like, for example, each Monday, each Thursday has its topic already. And I always want to be on point with those topics. I don't want it dragging 3 weeks now. I'm doing 3 weeks ahead or behind or something. So it takes discipline. Even me, I'm still learning on the job. Let me put it that way. And to help you, Oluto, I'll tell you my story when I was about going live. I had TikTok mentor, Mrs. Williams. You can look for her. She had 1 million whatever followers. Privileged to meeting her, knowing her, and we attend the same church and all. So she's like, "Wow, you can do this." I said, "I will," but I was planning something else, which I've also shared here. And then she's like, "Okay, I didn't know Jack Robinson about press this button, breast. What is my own?" So when I got what I needed to do, I said, "Okay, I now have to put in the work, learn the TikTok language and all of those things." And then I said to her, "I need help. I'm going to do 2 test runs for the Monday and the Thursday. It's just going to be a test run. And I need all the support I could get." So she brought her team on. And then I picked a topic. It was just a random topic just for me to try. So whilst I was doing that, welcoming everybody, and all of that. And then the people there to support me, they're like, "Okay, if you press this," but I didn't know how to bring people in the box. I didn't know nothing. So Oluto, you're on the right path. And they would say, for me, press this one that looks like square, that looks like this. Sometimes I'll press and the whole thing will go. And they say, "Don't worry, just come back, press." It was tough, but for the assignment at hand, I needed to get it right. I needed to even have a clue. I needed to know what to do if this happened, and then with time, I was able to fiddle with things, press this, try that, and all of that. So don't be afraid at all. Pick your time, or best still, ask God, why are you meant to do this life? To what end? What is the focus? What are you supposed to do? Because if there is no purpose or a goal to a thing, you just do anything, anyhow. And this discipline we're talking about, maybe because you're just doing your thing, you don't have to come on. Nobody's going to hold you accountable. Nothing like that. So you really have to be focused. Well, I'm just sharing with you. I don't know what you want to do or for what reason you're coming on, just to say that. But I always say that whatever your hand finds to do it with all of your might, all of you, and let God even say, "Well done," because I know His grace is more than sufficient. I may finish now and just sleep off on this couch without even eating till morning. Who knows? But at least I know I showed up. God, you have to help me with that grace, because I needed that, or I need that. So Oluto, please do not shy away. If you have to just press that button and do your thing. Really, you will learn as you go, and you get better. I can say that confidently, say that to you. So please carry on. I don't know, I had to cut you to say that.
Thank you very much. Of course, I'm trying my best. And considering the fact that it's just what you said now, like considering the fact that this TikTok, there's so much to learn. Even that alone, it took me almost the whole of almost like not necessarily the whole day, but like about 2 days to be able to figure out even how to put the title at the top of the end.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if I want people to come in, they have to know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing there. So that's another thing on so on. So it took a while. But now I think I'm enjoying the platform in the sense
You
that
know what? In terms of people coming, please let's not that be your focus at all. Because one thing I realized about this TikTok, especially when you're just starting, for the first few lives you're going to do, possibly you might think you're the only one there. Yeah. Like for me now, I can see in the viewer's eye 15 people. By the time I get the analysis, I'll be seeing 870 something people have passed through this live stream without you seeing them as such. So don't, in fact, look at it as you're on a mission and you don't care what people say, so to say, even though you would care eventually. But if you get there and it's just one person, after 1 minute, that person will even go away. It's like nobody's there. Do your thing. I tell you, the people that actually started with me last year, they're not here today. See this new set of people in this box that you see regularly since you've started. they are like the third batch of people that have come to stay. I've had almost, if I'm not exaggerating, almost 5 to 6 moderators. The excitement, they would be there, and after a while, it fizzles out. All of these things is part of it. Imagine I say, I don't have moderator, I can't do this by myself. I would have to. Like, I'm a soldier when it comes to certain things, and even if I don't know, I will go and do that research just to know for what I need it for. And then I can tell you categorically, a number of people see me that are saying how they train me and all of that. A lot of people say, I see you. Can you help me with this? Okay, let's grow. How many do you have? 29 people. I say, if you hear what I'm saying, in a week or less, you will get your 1,000 and you can go live. Or is it 100? I don't know what it is even now. So even I have been able to put 1 or 2, 3, 4 people through, and they're doing their thing now. So it's not about FunmiRoyal as such, but about do you know how many people I've met that have become part of this community? Even when I see the followers 24K, I'm like, where are these people? Who are these people? And there is no time I post any video, whether small or long. People always come there. So don't worry about people, they will come. You just start, do your thing, be focused, and you'll see the growth. Honestly, I'm not there, I'm not even arrived yet. It's been 1.5 years or thereabout, and we're still going stronger. So it can only get better. Be encouraged, yeah. Yeah, Oluto. So if you're done or you're still speaking, let's speak, and then I think two more people.
Yeah, I'm kind of done. I'm just trying to chip it in that my own lesson for tonight. Take home
Okay.
for tonight is that my discipline, me showing up or trying to reach goals and doing stuff is not necessarily about me. Sometimes there are people that, like you said, that that I might need to touch. Look at, like, for example, the likes of the woman calling from Germany tonight. It's not like there are no people in Germany she could talk to, but somehow she just felt she want to reach out to you. So those are kind of things that and why I said the idea of discipline is not about you. It could be somebody wants, God wants you to reach out to someone. So
Yeah.
thank
Yes,
you.
indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Susan, are you ready? Debbie, whoever is ready. Leke, good evening. I see you. I hope you're good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, so everybody seems to be mute. We're kind of thinking about this topic. Leke, good evening. How
Yeah,
are
that's
you?
good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank God, and thank you for asking. I hope you're
Uh,
good yourself.
yeah, of course, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, is it your first time in the box?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you are welcome then.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So do us a favor, follow everyone here. This is a lovely community. Forget that it's me talking now. I tell you that much. You can follow everyone in the box or people you see on this platform, and they will follow you right back. So we are trying to build this community to keep doing good in our society, because we can't keep complaining. We ourselves, we need to start something, and that's why we're here. So we've been talking about discipline, and I always give a talk since it's your first time. I've given my talk already. We're just rubbing minds together, sharing our experiences, encouraging one another, really. And my question after the talk is, why do you think self-discipline is often difficult to sustain, even though we know it's beneficial? But why is it difficult to sustain?
I think self discipline. You know, why it's difficult to sustain it. Just like it is not easy for someone to discipline his or herself because yes, of course. Because if you say you want to discipline yourself and you also want to chase the goal,
Yeah.
so as a result of you disciplining yourself, you may think that okay, you don't want to obey in this way. This is the direction I want to be, but at the same time, what you think that will benefit you may be at the other side. So
You
if you
have to
said
keep it
you
yourself.
want to be a disciplined person and you don't want to, you know, like go to the other way, then sometimes though it may be the same direction that may lead to the goal, but the one you are maybe seems so far from the goal. Then
Unless you're disciplined, before you can get there.
yes, of course. So that's just it.
Okay,
So
thank
it's not that easy, but at the same time, those people that are very disciplined, they do things in a straight way that okay, even it will take me a long time to get there, I must get there.
that is the spirit.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sometimes the goal may seem so far off, but it takes discipline and effort, to get in there. So please do not be tired, do not be weary. Let God give you that grace to get to your end goal. And that's our prayer here, really. Ayode Baba, good evening. Can you hear me? Thank you, Leke. Thank you so much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you tonight. Thank God. Yeah, you can speak.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us again.
Good
Evening,
evening.
Baba.
Good evening. Bro. Good evening.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
my
Good
brother.
evening,
I think
Leslie.
I saw my brother online, so I tried to locate where my brother is. He's my brother.
Oh, good. Well done. Hey.
Good evening. Good evening, Debbie. Good evening, Oluto. Good evening, woman. Good evening, Suzanne. And good evening, FunmiRoyal.
Thank you.
So the topic is quite interesting topic, because based on what you said, that why is it that women being find it difficult to actually discipline themselves, even though they know that that is the right thing to do? We should understand that we are evolving
Yeah.
as a being,
Yeah.
and our process of evolution will shift us from our previous state of being as a human being, as a spirit being, is based on our level of discipline. So it is discipline. When discipline have to go with purpose. You have to have a purpose of what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of goals do you want to achieve? What kind of dream are you aiming at? That is what determines how you tailor your discipline. If you are trying to achieve health because you need a good health to achieve another aspect of purpose, which may require you being financially comfortable. And you being financially comfortable now entails you having a career that entails you applying your physical effort. You see that there are three stages:
Yeah.
financial, career, and health. So you need to tailor yourself to know that you need to discipline yourself so that you can live healthy. So what are the things you need to discipline yourself? Probably you eat too much. So what do you need? What is the level of the concentration of cholesterol, concentration of sugar, concentration of chemicals in your body, in your system? So what do you need to do? Do you need to reduce your consumption level? So all these things that we're talking about is what the religious aspects tag as fasting most of the time. It's just called fasting. That's what is being interpreted in religious settings. So, but when we are talking about the real life sense now, so when you figure that out, like you living healthy, like this is what you need to do. Sort out your food consumption is actually affecting your health because your cholesterol level is high, your sugar level is not favorable enough, and what else? The fat in your system too. Then what you need to do, probably you need to reduce some certain food. Then eat more food
It takes
to make,
discipline,
yeah,
because
discipline.
some
Yeah.
of this food might be your favorite food or the things you like to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. But you have to be conscious of personalizing that. You matter. You should like yourself enough that you you know what's good for you.
Hey, bros, they'll
Then
say easier said than done.
yeah, then it now goes to the point of now you after you working on the kind of food you eat. You know, if I want to be realistic here, there's always time for everything.
Of course, of
So
course.
discipline is not something that, when a lot of people talk about it, it seems as though something you have to do for a long time period of time, according to how a lot of people actually explain it. But we need to understand that we are dynamic
Okay.
as a being. So dynamic means that you can decide to function in a aspect. Today, probably you are a singer. Tomorrow, you are working as a stylist. Another time, you are working as an actor. Another time, you are working as housewife. They are different characters. So it depends on when you begin to become more aware of the kind of person you are, that a particular role in your life is not functioning fine. The major thing that happen is like there is a habit, a lifestyle that is not making that aspect work well. Then you require to discipline yourself so that your body system can be tailored
To that.
to make sure that you do well in that area of life. So it's not just most of the time like you just keep on like wishing. You have to condition your body. This your body, like you give it command. Just like when you are writing a program on a computer.
Thank you.
So you are giving your body system a command that this is what you want your body system to do. Then you have to now train that body to autopilot. At one point in time, you have to first of all like force yourself early in the morning to work out 10 press up in a day. Force yourself early in the morning to work out 10 push-ups in a day. Force yourself early in the morning to work out 10 squats in a day. That is the time that you are training that body. When your body fitting into the autopilot level, then what happens is like you just figure like you wake up in the morning, the next thing you are doing is like you are working out. Because you figure out like that is what your body needs for you to function well in another aspect of life. Now, when you begin to train that your body, that is when your body can now function well in learning that career properly. You can't just shift that you want to just come and be learning something. Sometimes you want to, but your body is not
On your
mature.
mind, yeah.
Yes, your body is not mature for the energy that is required to do well in that particular area. So you first of all go back and deal with that aspect, because this your body is just the way I'm talking now, you are listening to me, but see your body as an instrument for you to be able to receive the information I'm sending.
Yeah.
But what is receiving that information is not the body. There's something inside you. If I raise up my hand now, like there is something inside me that controls that hand to be raised up because I want this hand to raise up. But what is that thing that decided that this hand should be raised up? So that is what is giving the body command. So this my hand now can function on how much I've been able to train this my hand. I can play a keyboard, I can write program, I can, what else can I do? Okay, I can fix and repair a lot of mechanical and electronic devices, which is based on how much I have been able to train that hand. All this thing begins from that is what discipline is all about. So you tailor discipline is a gradual process. You have to know what you want from life. So what character do you want people to see you in life? You don't have to be painting picture that is not realistic. Even though you show people your vision, you have to work towards it so that you can function well. You can function properly. So when people encounter you, that the way you function, that is why the Bible said that whatever you find yourself doing, do it well, because sometimes nature is very nice, it's very generous. He keep on pushing different opportunities to us so that it can keep us engaged.
Yeah.
You figure like regardless of how uncomfortable you find that job in, because we are constructed by the system to think that a particular job is greater than a job. All jobs are the same thing. Either you are a cleaner or you are a CEO.
Takes
You are on the same
discipline to
level.
keep going back and
Yeah,
doing it. Yeah.
yeah. It is the way you
Okay.
carry yourself that matters.
All
Whether you are
right.
a janitor or you are a manager in a company, it is the way you carry yourself that matters. It is because like a janitor keep looking down on himself that he is a janitor, he is not match up. That is why people keep on seeing him like that. So that is the advantage of social media that I love now, because social media is bringing a lot of leverage for everybody in whatever area you find yourself. That is why I love social media. So discipline is more about you first of all figuring like what do you want? Who do you want to become?
Yeah.
How do you want people to see you? Then you begin to tailor yourself. Every aspect of life you want to achieve, from the smallest, the little beginning, you have to discipline your body, you have to discipline your mind
Indeed.
to understand it.
All right. Thank you. In fact, I have taken it to a deeper level, like going back to the basics, where to actually begin the the cocoa of the matter, if I can say that. Thank you so much for such insight. And I know that, as many people, that's why we have different people's perspective, so that we'll pick and learn as much as possible from everyone. And that's why I'm mindful. I know when people come, especially they're new, I wouldn't know what they will say, but that's why I'm here actually, because we need to be mindful. We want people to take the tangible stuff out of their essence of the talk, so they reflect on it and think about their life in terms of discipline. Where do they need to adjust? Like Ayo have said, do they need to go back to the basics? You want to do certain course, or you want to go back to the basics? Are you ready mentally, physically to pursuing that? Because sometimes you just see the goal, this is what you want to do, and then you're not sure. Are you starting now? Do you need to prepare maybe another 4 5 months or another year or two? You just want to dabble in because you see that goal, and you find out that you're struggling because your body, your spirit, everything is not ready, is not disciplined enough to accommodate that. So these are things you need to reflect on, so that you don't burn out, or you don't struggle, or you don't carry fear of the unknown. So thank you so much for that depth of submission. Thank you so much once again. Oh, she's dropped off. Susan, are you there? Let me see if I can find her. Oh, she's probably gone. Susan, are you there? No. Kenneth, you've spoken. Everyone in the box have spoken. Okay, Debbie is back. I hope it is working now. Let's see. What happened again now?
Well,
You on TikTok.
well, I don't know.
Well, at least you're back now. Let's not jinx it, yeah? Otumba, I see you. A13, Omolola, I see you. Eugene and Gina, I see you guys there. Thank you so much for the support. I see you. Thank you. And thank you for tapping as well, taking the likes up. Like I said, if you're joining in, a heart me would do. I have goals for every live that I come on. Please, you can support as much as you can, but it's not like, it's It's not obligatory, so to say. Please feel free if you need to, if you want to, it's up to you. But I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. So Debbie, we're coming to you. I think I'll be rounding off with your submission, except Susan comes back, so that okay, she's not there. She's not there actually. Yeah, good evening. How's your day going? So far so
Going.
good.
How it went?
It's going because I don't know if you're back home already.
The day is about to close. The
About
day is
to cross.
bright and clear. It's about to close.
Thank God.
Anyway, hello everyone. Happy New Week.
Same to you.
Discipline. Hey,
Yes, so here we are.
the thing we need grace in life to be able to have, to be able to apply. We need grace.
Yes, we do.
So the question was, why is it difficult when it comes to personal life? Yeah.
Self-discipline is often difficult to sustain, even when we know it's beneficial. Why is it? Why do we find it hard to sustain?
Hmm. I think when it comes to discipline, it takes grace. We need grace for us to be able to apply discipline in everything we need to do.
Yeah.
And when it comes to self-discipline, we need extra grace. I don't know
What do
what
you
you are.
need, Leslie? Too many responsibilities. Okay, now why we struggle.
Let's
You don't want to be disciplined to be responsible.
when it comes to personal life, self-discipline and all that, anything that benefits your personal life, it needs extra grace. The reason I said that is because those things you are chasing, if it's health goal, spiritual goal, career goal, anything that have to contribute greatly to your life in a positive way, especially the result is not now. The gratification is not now. It might take time, depend on what it is you are chasing.
And
And because of
how
that,
consistent you are as well.
no, because of that, it's difficult. The discipline is difficult because you are doing something and you are not seeing the result. You are digging a hole and you are not seeing the result. You are hammering one spot and you are not seeing the result. You'll be tired.
I know.
You'll be tired. Imagine somebody that's trying to maybe you are trying to lose weight. You've been working on it. Your friends that you are going together, you are seeing the result, but you are not seeing the result. There's no how you won't be tired. There's no how you won't be tired because the results. The problem is when the result comes, you will enjoy it. It's just that you need something to keep you going,
Yeah.
and for that discipline to be there, you need grace. That grace will make it an habit for you, that thing will now become a lifestyle. For that thing to become a life, because like I said, when it comes to personal one, we all have grace, so but when it comes to that self-discipline, we need extra grace. It's not easy.
Tell me about it.
It's not easy. You will want to do it. It's just that your body and your mind will not be working together. In fact, there are sometimes I've already planned my workout for the next morning,
Yeah.
but because my discipline is not there, I'm doing the exercise in my mind, my body is on my bed. That's my
You're funny.
It's not because I don't have the grace to wake up. Oh, I have the grace to wake up. Hey, I didn't call you in this matter. Oh. I didn't. I didn't call you in this matter.
Somebody is giving out to you. I think they know the full gist.
It's true. God gave me the grace to. I asked for the grace to wake up at a particular time. I woke up, but the discipline to get off that bed. Now this is the problem. Once I get off the bed and I'm able to wear my gym wear, nothing is stopping me. But you see, to now get up from that bed,
That's it. That's the cocoa of the matter.
that's my irresponsibility. That's why I say there is grace, but we need extra grace.
Because nobody is there to challenge you.
That's because
Yeah.
the result is not now.
No, that's because nobody can clap for you when you do it.
It's still the result I'm talking about. The gratification
You
is
will
not
have
coming
to
now.
clap for yourself. Otherwise,
No, my lady, the problem is because nobody is seeing you. You are not getting paid immediately. Nobody is clapping for you immediately. Nobody is encouraging you.
perhaps.
You think we're lazy?
And all that.
Sometimes they call you there.
But you know, I
Adasa, come and say your own. Let's hear Adasa then.
don't mind that.
You keep shouting grace, grace.
I
You
said
are
we need.
indisciplined.
I said we need extra grace.
Don't abuse grace, oh.
No, to be honest, if it's for something that okay, let me be serious now. If it's for something that people will applaud us immediately and all that, we
You
do
will
it.
do.
We do it. Even when it's not convenient. Now I'm being serious now.
Okay.
If it's something that
Hey, wow.
we will be applauded immediately. People will say, "Oh, well done. Thank you." If it's for somebody else, we'll get up and do it. But when it comes to yourself, it's very hard. When it comes to your personal one, it's very hard to do it for others. Because once you do it for others, see, I said something the other time. I said sometimes the reason we are able to do something for others and not do it for ourselves is because they will appreciate you immediately. But that thing, doing it for yourself, that's where the problem is. Doing it for yourself is where the problem is, because your reward is not now. Your reward comes later. What you are doing for yourself, the reward is not yielding now. It comes later. And when I say later, depends on what it is and depends on the what's it called, the effect of it. It can take longer than you expected. It can take long, even longer than you think.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of things can happen in between that could discourage you.
Indeed.
A lot of things will happen, but only you can understand yourself. Only you understand your body. Only you understand. Not everybody understand their body like that. But I think we should all understand ourselves, our body, and how our mind work.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of us are not in alignment with ourselves.
True.
So you don't know when, okay, you know that sometimes you don't feel like it, you need to refuel. A lot of us don't know that. If you know you need to achieve something, let me say it this way. If you know you need to achieve something, and sometimes the spirit wants to, but the body and the spirit are not in the same line, find an accountability partner. Get an accountability partner. That's another way to go about it. Somebody that you know can call you out.
Is one of the things I mentioned about how to develop personal discipline, as in be accountable. Share your goals with someone who can encourage you or correct you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get an accountability partner that will help you. Because you are not, because sometimes if you are not accountable to anything, to anybody,
You won't do anything
It's
sometimes.
not because you won't even do. It's not because you don't want to do. It's just
Oh,
that
thank you, Oluto. Thank you
there's
so
no
much.
push.
Thank you.
Oh wow. All right, sir. There's no push coming from anywhere.
Mila, for Christ, I see
And,
you.
and sometimes there are some of us that
Thank you. Yeah.
our dreams requires a lot of discipline.
Oh, yeah.
It requires a lot of discipline. But still, we need a push.
True.
We need a push. So it's not easy when it comes to your personal self. When it comes to personal life, when it comes to yourself, your career, your health, your fitness goal, and all that. That is the hardest part of discipline. You see, when it comes to you want to take your children to school, you will wake up at the time you need to wake up. You will
In
wake up.
fact, there's certain things that, I mean, either that thing pushes you or you know that you just have to do it, even when it's not
Because
convenient. Yeah.
another thing is, I think when it comes to, okay, let me
Mommy Debbie, good evening.
mommy Debbie Bitiba water. Oh God.
I'm sorry, but I'm like, you people are entitled self now. Wow. Mommy Debbie, see now, please unmute and finish your submission, please. Is Elder Debbie me? I know. Maybe some other Debbie he's greeting.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I see. The problem with a lot of us is a lot of people are brought up to serve.
Hmm.
So when it comes to doing it for others, you get up to do it.
But
When
for
it comes
yourself.
to your work, you are going to work, you will be there even if you are running late, you will remember to message that something is wrong, you are running late, something, because there is consequence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is consequence. There is, if they need to clap for you, they will clap for you if you do better. But when it comes to your personal self, nobody is seeing you.
Mm. Mm.
Nobody is
That's
seeing
one
you.
of the difficulty, yeah.
Yes, nobody is clapping for you immediately. So you are the only one seeing yourself. You are the only one in it. The
Okay.
consequence, if you don't do it, will not come now. If you don't do what you need to do, the consequence will not come now. The same way the results will not come now. It's the same way the consequence will not come now, but will still come later. So either you do it or not.
Mm.
So I think we just have to weigh our option.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, what will happen? Let your consequence and the results. If I do it, this is what
The
will happen at
reward.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, this is what will happen at the end of the day. You can choose your results. Your results will determine if you want to discipline yourself. It's hard, yes.
Yeah.
It's hard, yes, but I think it's something we can achieve. Pray, get an accountability partner that will help you. If you need a journal, write it down and start taking it. That can help as well.
Yeah.
If you need to set an alarm or set a timer, something that will be clicking in your head every time, that will remind you, okay, it's time to do it. It's time to do it.
Indeed.
Set it. That way, that will help you.
Hi, Jojo.
That will help you to something that will help you to keep on track.
Mm.
Something that could help you to be on track.
Important.
Yeah, that's, you need to know yourself. You know what works for you. Find out what works for you. However, you can do it, because either you do it or not. One thing, and that's how I always say something. One thing we all have in this life is time. So either you do that thing or not. If you are supposed to spend 70 years on this earth, you see that 70 years you will spend.
Mm.
So either you do that what you are supposed to do, or you don't do it. You will bear the consequence or you will bear the result, but the time will still, they won't add to your time, they won't reduce from your time.
Mm.
So the time will still pass. If you are supposed to do a course and you are thinking, should I do it, should I not do it? If the course is 4 years and you are supposed to be 20 years, or be 25 years after the 4 years, you will still pass that 25 years. That 4 years will still pass. Either if you
Exactly.
don't do
Yeah.
it still.
Time waits for no one. So
No.
what you have to do quick, as they say.
Whatever you need to do, still do it. So if you whatever you need to do to keep you going, to be able to achieve it, to be able to do it, please do it. It's not easy when it comes to self, because the result or the consequence is not now. But if you need to do it, please do it. I rest my case.
Thank you. It's hard, but if you need to do it, do it. You heard Elder Debbie. Thank you so much for your submission as well. It's very important. Self-discipline, discipline. We want to achieve in life. We want to save in life. We want to acquire stuff. We want to invest and all of that. All of these things stems from that self-discipline, because if you don't have the self-discipline, you might just abuse everything that comes your way. And remember, it's not just even about you now, not all the time. It's always about us. Sometimes if I don't do certain things, it will have a ripple effect negatively on other people around me or other things in my life, so to say. So we need to be disciplined. Whatever our hand finds to do, we have to do it with all of our might, all of our strength. We get tired, we get up, keep going. You don't give up until you achieve that particular goal, until you achieve that particular purpose. Is it going to be challenging? Oh, yes. In fact, sometimes the harder you try, the more discouraged you get. How about that? But we know we cannot give up. What did they say? Excuses are for failures, so to say. Sometimes I feel it's not even the devil fighting us. Sometimes it's ourselves. The things we ought to do, we're not doing it, or we're not consistently doing it, and that's why we don't see results. And then we easily latch on the village people. Some people might not understand that, but I mean, some of us who do, you get me. It's not all the time everything happening to us is village people. We don't have discipline to do nada, and that's why we haven't achieved nada. And then you find it easier to blame other people. Maybe they did this or they didn't do this and all of that. No. Accountability, until you start accounting for your actions. Are you disciplined enough? Okay, before you even start blaming any other person, have you blamed yourself first of all? Even your so-called village people, they say devil find work for idle hands. I heard one lately. Guess what? They said devil find work for idle hand. They say, that person now, he don't spot something for devil workshop, now has to pay for it. Don't let devil find work for you. We are human beings created for a purpose. And if we're not disciplined enough, one of my pastors used to say that the graveyard is the richest place on earth, because a lot of people died without finding out their passion or purpose in life. They have gifts and talents, it's just buried there. They do nothing, or they did nothing with it whilst they were alive, and now they've buried that talent and they're just there, in the graveyard. May that not be our story. May we actually empty ourselves before it is our time. So we need to learn discipline. Let's go back. Let's self-reflect beyond what we have talked about here on Insight. Let God open your eyes to see. Peradventure, is this discipline that has not made you gotten to that level you ought to be? Perhaps food for thought. Think about it, reflect about it, change certain things if you have to, unlearn certain things and relearn certain things if you must, as long as they're positive things anyway, so that you can achieve positive goals. So on that note, honestly, I'm going to leave it there. But before we go, now I said the time, I was trying to do 5 minutes. I wanted to do puzzle, but I think I'll leave it for tonight. When we come back on Thursday, don't worry, I'll bring my puzzle. I'll bring my tongue twister or another puzzle or something. I want us to go. It's a Monday, it's the start of the week. I want us to refreshing. Even I need a refreshing as well. Thank you all so much for your contribution. Thank you, Leslie, for your contribution. Kenneth Leke for joining us for the first time today. Thank you so much. Fumilola Peters. I don't know whether she's still there. Let me see. Okay, she's gone. Oluto, thank you so much. A13, gracias. Woman of Purpose, thank you so much for stopping by. Debbie, thank you for your contributions as well. Ayode Baba, finally, TikTok was able to let you stay put to give your submissions. And I was blessed by that as well. Thank you all so, so much. Susan, if you're listening, I see you. I see you, but thank you so much. Asholi, you're just joining. We're rounding up now. I thought you were going to come up. Thank you so much, every single one. You say?
I'm looking for the person that called me Mommy Debbie.
Is Mila for Christ? Is Mila for Christ? Welfare to
I
wealth.
believe
Thank you
Mr.
for.
Miller for Christ went to church yesterday and he gave his life. If you didn't give your life, you need to rededicate your life.
He needs to be disciplined to know that this is Elder Debbie, not what did he even say? Mother. What did he even say? What did he call you, Debbie?
Can you imagine? He said Mommy Debbie.
In fact, that's the laughter that I needed for tonight, Mommy Debbie. I saw the thing. I'm like, is this mistake or typo? I'm like, you see, he's back now. He's typing Mommy Debbie, Mommy Debbie.
Huh? Mr. Yode Baba. Oh, wow. Oh,
Mila for
wow.
Christ, please. So we know her as Elder. Oh.
Mr. Yode Baba.
Thank you
Oh,
so
wow.
much. Would
And I
everyone?
am welcoming you
Oh,
with
it's all
grace.
right.
So,
Oh, Surely, don't worry. One of these days, don't worry. Don't worry. At least, thank you so much for always coming to support. I really appreciate that. Thank you so
my
much.
lady is Mr. Yode Baba. She is new in our in this family.
No, it's not. We've been following each other for a while. It's
But this
just
is the
that
first
sometimes
time.
it's there, but not in the box. But
This
it's
is
not
the
new in the
first time.
box. It's been a while, actually.
Mr. Yode Baba, don't let me send TikTok to you.
Why?
Can you see what he's typing?
Elder Debbie, God bless you. No, no.
No.
Oh, it is typing Mommy Debbie. Maybe it's time for progress. So
What are we progressing?
I comment my reserve.
You better. You better. You better.
In fact, wow. Mommy Elder Debbie. Adasa, does that sound nice? Mommy Elder Debbie.
That doesn't know yet.
Elder Mommy Debbie. I don't know. We'll have to go and rephrase that and bring the best one, best version. Well, thank you, Mila, for Christ, for the new title for some of us, or for our elder here. Elder Mommy Debbie, hey, you see? APC progress, okay? No.
Mr. Yode Baba. Don't let
I
me.
think Mila for Christ needs to go back to church. Something is wrong somewhere.
He needs to rededicate his life, but Mr. Yode Baba needs to really give his life.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Thank you all so much. Honestly, I appreciate every single one of you. We'll be back here on Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time by the grace of God, where we'll be tackling issues relating or regarding marriage, the marriage institution. Why are we not enjoying the goodness of marriage? Is it that husbands are not doing what they're meant to do, wives are not doing what they're meant to do? That's why we're seeing all sorts of separation, divorce, and all of that. Let's see what the topic would be. I'm sure we would learn from that as well, and will be very insightful as well. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'll see you Thursday by the grace of God. I remain yours, FunmiRoyal. I'll see you. God bless. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely night rest. Good night, everyone. Oh, today. Don't worry, we'll be back. Thank you, Kenneth. Enjoy the night. Thank you all so much. God bless. Blessing, I see you. 8:13, gracias. Thank you.